hearing us? Okay, good.
Excellent. Yes, I'm hearing everybody.
All is well. All is well.
All is
No
well. Lots
complaints.
of
Well,
adulting this week, but
no public complaints yet. I guess I say no complaints after today.
All right, that's good. You can't say no complaints after today.
The same complaint I was talking to you about earlier, bro.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, I can't complain about it, right? I have no reason not to. So, yeah.
well, yeah. Let them clear it up first. I mean, you're brokers. I don't know if
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if.
yeah. And I know how that go with us.
Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. So maybe
I
not.
found myself to be, just avoiding that fight. Yeah, I know how it go. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's one of the sadder things about this whole thing. Right? It kind of just maybe just me, but I kind of just leave some things now, and people.
yeah.
Somebody else can fight it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody else can fight it.
If the thing I do, I hate being cryptic for a while, but the thing I don't like about it, it feels like injustice to me, where like I can't say certain things because I hate a fight, but that fight it can be very disingenuous, right?
Mm-hmm.
I won't hear one side. I won't hear some people complain about the thing, or if somebody else complain, they'll leave it and not say nothing. But it's me complaining, it's it's time to
Yeah,
fight that guy.
yeah, rough, sucks, but it is what it
Exactly.
is. Cost going up for everybody. How you doing, Shay? How are things your side?
doing good.
Anyways,
Lots of up and down this week. Adulting, but otherwise pretty good.
Yeah. Are you
I
still
don't
you
like when I
still
have to go outside every day.
really?
No, no.
Why not? The
I very
sun?
much like staying home.
Oh, I know you mean.
But this
Yeah.
week I had to be outside a lot.
mm-hmm.
All right. You
The
still
thing
doing
about I found
no,
I'm
go
cutting
ahead,
you off.
Anna.
I was just say, no, it's relevant. I would say I found that I kind of like the times when I do go outside. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
it could change, but yeah, generally I'm much the same.
But the market wasn't bad this week, so I give
Your
Right.
time,
thanks.
she. Your time.
And a quarter,
Yep.
right? But I had an advanced scroll last night, and it was good. I thought it was good. Some dots came up that even I hadn't seen at first. And of course, everybody excited for probably the same reason. In a quarter coming up,
Mm-hmm.
plays to be made, profits to be made.
Hmm.
For the people who haven't already made profits, that is, and people who have more profits to be made.
But you can do it again.
Exactly. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. And a changing market. So this week I wanted to talk about. I mean, obviously everything, and as always, everybody listening, we encourage you to jump in on Twitter and send us a speaking request and join in on the conversation. Right? I think it's a good conversation that everybody can get in, and you get a chance to ask us about anything, talk about stuff, blah blah blah. We love the market, so it's a good conversation. People who love the market and people who are a lot closer to your investing style and time and resources and all of that stuff, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
not we're not as far
It's not
from
the
you. We're
bank
not
talking.
exactly. It's not the bank talking. We're not telling you what Warren Buffett would do and what Warren Buffett says. We're telling you more realistic things that we all know. It's a conversation from people who know the light bill. So we encourage you as always to jump on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, you can hit the link in the bio or the explainer section and join us on Twitter and send a speaker request. If you're already on Twitter, a bunch of people are already on Twitter listening to us, you want to talk about anything, you have questions about anything, you want to hear our views or share your view on something, send a speaking request, and we would love to hear from you. And of course, there's always a title, the official title thing for each episode. This week, I figured we could have a conversation about the bonds, the JSE bonds. The JSE launched, well, is it a JSE? Well, the JSE in tandem with the government, or the GOJ, did the launching of a bunch of bonds this week. A bunch of bonds, might be putting it lightly. 623 billion bonds listed on the JSE, and they did it via launching a new market. And I thought that'd be something that'd be great to talk about, and talk again about bonds just in general. I know it's something that was come up on here more than once over the years, and I have spoken about it multiple times, or I've heard about it multiple times, and it is a different form. Is this one time actually? Then I remember I said that we were expecting, a broadening of the bond market, and that has happened. The commercial corporate bond market, but now here we are seeing a broadening of the overall market, but it's with government bonds being put on, right?
My specific love for this situation is it's through a JSE. I don't know if it's anything necessarily. I mean, in some ways it's new, but it's the government putting on its bonds and whatever. But the JSE being more involved, just use as a platform for it. That's the part I love more than anything else. Yeah.
I mean, I like that too.
More money to them, more utility to them. So, yeah.
Big up JC.
No, it's not so much a thing that's floating in the ether. Other way they still are. But to be honest, that's to be expected, because it's not typical that the government bonds are something that everybody is all access to. So yeah, I would love for it, but that's just not how these things are typically done. So yeah.
But typically it's not done that way, right? But you're saying that, well, is this one being done that way? That's
I'm not seeing where it is. I don't know that it's then I can get up and buy into some of those.
So that is a touch point, one of the early things, or early touch points. Even I don't know. The JSE has been very careful in their language. So of course on My Money JA, big up sponsor My Money JA, you can see what the actual bonds are. So just jump into the GOJ fixed income market. You see the 16 securities that have been listed so far, right? And it's good that you can see the information here. And I mean, My Money JA being started from that idea, I have to empower retail investors. One of the things that we always say, I don't think they're going on, nobody know. So having people understand and see the information has always been a big deal to me. But no, and sorry, not but. Well, there is a but in there, but the private market is kind of similar. You can also see the things listed on the private market on My Money JA. Now, can you participate in the private market? I think participation in the private market is very difficult.
It's private.
Right? It's very, very private. It is on the JSE's market, but most people don't even know it exists. And those who do know it exists, most of them can participate in it, and most of them don't participate in it. But it's there.
Or they do it through their work. Or it's not them participate in it. Or they do it through their work. Or you participate from a pension fund. It's your money, but not your decision.
Kind of, right? And along comes the GOJ fixed income market, and the GOJ fixed income market is looking a lot like the private market, meaning it's the same way. So there are a lot of securities on it, and they look wonderful. Some of them, if you care about bonds, I mean, a lot of people tend to say that they care about dividends. If you care about dividends, I always say that the bond market should be one of the things that you really, really care about if you care about dividends, because the dividends from the bonds beat almost everything. Not almost everything. Bond dividends currently beat every dividend available on the JSE from regular stocks. I'll say that again. The biggest dividends on the JSE come from the bonds on the JSE, right? The corporate
and
bonds.
to be clear, before somebody comes to fight around it, they're not dividends. It's interest, So you lend somebody money and pay back. So
true, but
before the clarifying finger comes.
Yes.
But they,
Major and
I mean,
minor.
they are dividends nonetheless, no?
No. Dividends are defined specifically as
Yes,
the
they specifically
piece of
call
earnings
them
that are paid.
interest payments.
Because it's
What
a
they?
different thing in definition. Yes, in function, it's your investment returning a certain thing. There, I would say dividends are more optional than bond interest is.
No, I think they're called dividends. I think they're called dividends.
No,
The
I don't
term
think so at
dividend
all.
is a payout. You have stock dividends, and yes, that a stock dividend comes from profits, but is a bond, or you can a bond payment. I don't know. Everybody calls.
Bond. I've never. For my time in finance, I've never really seen them being called dividends. I know it as just bond payments, coupon, interest. But in effect, in a lot of ways, are the same thing. It's the piece of investment is paid out to you. But that's why I say dividends for the stock is more optional. Is the company deciding, the company and the powers that be within the company deciding, all right, we're going to pay a piece of the profits to shareholders, and they can decide to not. There isn't typically an obligation from the company side to do it. Meanwhile, in bonds, which after the conversation this year and towards the end of last year has been around, bond interest being paid and and the legal things that come with that. So yeah, bonds borrow money from you, and I promise to pay you this time and that time. And if I don't pay you, take me to court.
Yeah, usually they have terms set up for what happens if you don't pay, right? And like you said, we've seen a lot of those. We've seen a lot of those things over the years. You might be right. I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't know why. I obviously I know that it's not the same as a stock dividend, but I just think of the word the same. Yeah, but sticklers. Hey,
why I know it? So because dividends, the meaning outside of finance is the meaning outside of finance, and the root of the meaning and everything. But then I know how that goes. In finance, people, you know it go. Let me fight you on the in finance meaning and not look at the essence of the actual thing. So,
boy, I mean, if you're right, listen, if it's the correct thing, it's the correct thing. I'm not going to argue against it. It's just, I tell anybody to Google, bond dividends and see. But yeah, it's right. It's a bond payment. So you're 100% right. I'm wrong to say it that way. Let me be a stickler for that. But the major point was that the payout, if you care about dividends from stocks, as most people say they do, many people say they do.
The bonds might be where you want to look.
Oh yeah. Bonds are almost certainly where you want to look, because bonds have a hell of a, like, they beat every single dividend. That's the point I was making. They beat every single dividend on the market. They beat every single dividend on the market from every other stock. Even the lowest bond does it, and then you have options. And I'm talking about the corporate side of things. But no, with the JSE and the GOJ coming together and doing this, I don't like hearing about things that I can't participate in. So I'm hoping that maybe it's just that it don't set up yet. Obviously, they haven't actually said they being JSE haven't actually said that. And what I was saying earlier was that they've been very careful in their language, which JSE is very, very good at being careful in their language. In that they have spoken about the launch of it, the launch of the platform, and the let's talk about the launch of the platform in a very careful way, which again I'm kind of used to them with that. So like this is the flyer from them, right? New era and fixed income trading, the electronic trading of domestic GeoJ securities on the JSE. The JSE is preparing to launch. That's I know JSE. That's their language. It's preparing to launch electronic listing and trading of the GeoJ issued securities, bringing transparency, liquidity, and efficiency to Jamaica's fixed income market. Yada yada yada. It sounds nice. They tell you all the reasons why that can be great, but they haven't actually said that you'll be able to participate, right? No, I don't know that you're not, and maybe it's just not there. But the people who use JTrader know that it's not in JTrader.
Well, I think it's a JC talking to the clients, and they have two sets of clients. So we don't know we don't know who I'm talking to. If it's the us, the public, versus big money banks, the private.
True. Well, JC actually have 3 sets of clients.
True.
Yeah. So the customers, the us, the retail. Then, in fact, I'd say the investors. Yeah, I'll bundle in the institutional with us. Then of course the brokers, and the third one being the actual entities listed on their markets. So hey, I'd love to see it. It's not in JTrader. I'd love to know that regular Jamaicans could buy into it. But also maybe this isn't. I don't know. I don't want to make any arguments for why it shouldn't be something that people can access. I think it'd be nice to have people access it. I don't know. Shay, while it's not, I shouldn't say it's not a fast thing, because it can be. Bond markets all over the world are very exciting. But I mean, it's something that you would like. I don't know if you know much about bonds, especially the GeoJ bonds or anything like that.
I'm interested in finding out how open it will be. Like I guess you guys are. I don't really know what it means for us and for regular people. How open is it going to be? Is it going to be something that anyone can do? Is it going to be um institution? I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm very interested in knowing how they're going to do it. At this point, I just want to see how it's going to play out. So I'm thinking about is it going to mean more money going into the market in general? Um or is it going to be taking money from other areas? Kind of stuff like that. Thinking about that. Foreigners too. Are foreigners going to be in it? Stuff like that.
Okay.
I was wondering about.
That's a good question. I should have someone from JC to answer. So I'll tell you basics that I know. The bonds, like, it's not new bonds that are listed. These bonds existed, right?
Yeah,
Some of them
man. I
existed
know
for a
that.
long time.
No, I
So it's
understood that
pre-existing
much,
bonds
yeah.
that are now just listed on the JSE's GeoJ JMD market. They also have a USD one, but I haven't seen anything
It's
on
not
it. And I
online
wonder
yet.
about that, because I wonder. They've spoken about it, but I haven't. What you see here is all JMD. It's all listed on the JMD side of things. So I guess, like, if you have the money, you hit up your broker and you get a trade done, or a set of
Oh,
trades
so
done.
it's not something that you can do on your own.
It wouldn't.
That's the thing we don't know. It's we would
Okay.
want. I would like to be able to say, hey, I want some bonds. Or I might like
Exactly.
cut out the process of the thing there.
Yeah,
It's a secondary market in a lot of
that's
ways.
what I want.
So I mean, it's a
Secondary
secondary market.
market.
They've already been traded, and somebody already owns them and want to buy from them. I don't necessarily want I would love to be able to cut out the. I need
Yeah,
to
I don't want to email
call the bank
anybody.
and ask, is that,
I don't want to call
can I get
anybody.
some of this out extra? Yeah,
No,
make it easier.
I just want to do it.
It's there. Give me.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe they're
that
just not
allows for.
done yet. Because in my head, if you're coming to the market, I mean, like if you're listing them here, then make it work. That's what I want. I just want it to work.
Yeah, but I would love for it to be something that retail investors can say, "Hey,
Yeah.
I want some of
Mm-hmm.
this," and there's somebody selling.
Yeah.
I'm going to give what price and thing. Yeah, I would love to see the early of it because I know how people think around bonds. I mean, I would say I know, but I would want to see how people the trading happens and how ordinary regular retail investors get up and think and behave around it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
because the way yields work are, yeah, which is interesting. And a lot of times, like within the space, like co-workers of the past, and whatever you hear them speak around it, and I mean, a lot of not for bad reason, like they just how they have to jump and put some of the protection on it, because I've seen some very interesting ideas that go into things and then the behavior
What
around
you
it.
mean
Like
around the
Mm.
bonds?
yeah,
In
like say
what way?
somebody willing to if you were and this is where I do that because it can get somewhat technical, not necessarily some hard to understand. But say you buy the bonds, you buy some
Mm-hmm.
bonds, and it's a 10% at issuance. So when you have your $1 million, and you get 10% every year from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say she is willing to buy. Say she is willing to take 5%
Mm-hmm.
on her thing, there, and she wants to buy it from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you sell her, you'll be doubling your money because on your side you bought this, for you to get coupon payments from them of 10%, it's your $1 million. If she
Mm-hmm.
were to buy from you, give you $2 million. So her investment here is $2 million and she's getting 100,000, which is a 5% to her.
Correct.
At the end of all of that, when the bonds are being redeemed, so the government's all right, I've told you for 5 years I'm gonna pay you something there. I'm gonna pay you $100,000 every month.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, for the money, I'm going to give you back your money, Randy. When you gave me $1 million, she's not getting $2 million back. She's getting $1 million back.
Mm.
So it's a big factor when bonds don't really move. But when you see them moving to us at certain degrees, it's such a big alarming thing because that's Shay saying I'm putting in 2 million, I'm getting the 100,000 every year, which is 500,000. But at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, she gets back 1 million. So her total she'd be losing money doing that. And that's if she waits through the whole thing.
Yeah, if she keeps it to maturity.
She keeps it to maturity. So a lot of times, so then there are certain factors that come up. It would make somebody want to do something like that,
Well,
lose money in
there's a
certain
very
ways.
clear
Maybe
factor is profit.
profit, yeah. But
Yeah.
then the profit, but then the risk is suppose somebody buy it from me before. Because what is the reason after all these payments and somebody get up and want to buy it from me for my 2 million that I put in there?
Well, it might be for the same payments, but
No, suppose I mean it's after payments. So payments done.
yeah, I mean at that point,
And
yeah.
they don't
But the
redeem
terms
it.
of the thing are the terms of the thing. So
Yeah, man. So I'm saying, but you're seeing what I'm saying is the protection coming from I think there, like your advisor is, you're sure you want to do that because
so you need to know. You need to absolutely
you
know.
need to know what exactly you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you can see where you might sound like a steal until but I wasn't really thinking of the maturity part. So yeah. So,
But if it is tradable, it is tradable. Is that against the rules? Is that illegal?
it's not illegal, but it's. Remember when Kwame was speaking to us on the podcast,
Years ago,
JMB
but
and
yeah.
this stuff,
Uh-huh.
yeah, man, and which is why Venezuela was a big deal because it was the prices were either way down,
Way
so the
down,
coupon is really
yeah.
high, and then then the speculation make it go way up, so the coupon is low relative to what it was. To the coupon is low at that point, but the price is high. Those were those swings coming. So those are where those swings come in, and that's where a lot of the risk in the bond market is. Okay, if it sounds like them not gonna really give more money, then the price of this is going to sink. So the speculation then is, all right, maybe they pay me maybe they pay me with coupons.
Mm-hmm.
So if I buy it for you at a discount, then the coupons I'm getting is not 10%. If I buy it for half of what you got, if I buy it for half of what you spent, so she came to you with $500,000 after you put your million in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's getting 100,000 every month. Then she be making a lot of money she be making 20% every single month. And if they do pay her back the money, she's
getting double.
She get 1 million and she's getting 20% every year. It sounds good, but the kind of thing that they explain into that is the risk of maybe this guy maybe not going to pay back the money, so I don't want to hold it anymore. So I'll sell it for cheap, and you get a lot of movement in the bond market from that kind of thing. But the risk on the end of it is, are they gonna give me my money? Are they gonna pay the interest I said they're going to pay? Which is, to me, that's where the thing that the major difference in risk for stocks versus thing that there's something at the end of it. Typical stock market, there's an underlying thing outside of a promise to pay back. There's an asset tied to it, and the asset of the stock is tied to another asset. The asset is the promise to pay me back money. Pay this money every single whenever.
At the core of it is debt, yeah. I never thought of
Mm-hmm.
that thing at maturity though.
Yeah. And the same couple of yield to maturity, that's where that comes in. It's what's the actual yield factoring in at maturity? What's at maturity, the money being paid back and the coupons. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
that's a part of why when a bond swings wildly, it's a big deal, because that means there's a strong movement in that, which is why this bond you typically find I mean in a large amount of cases for bonds, you find them having not necessarily a strong movement compared to what you see in stocks. 30% on a movement, that's not necessarily the kind of thing, but those smaller movements matter a lot.
Yeah. And we have seen it, assuming that all of these have come to market at initially $100, denominated at 100 each. We have this one, the GOJ, I think the 12%. Yeah, 12.25% coming to market. Well, not coming. I have said coming to market, but again, it's not that it's coming to market because it has existed before. It's just that it's showing on JSE now, but it's showing at 130. So that would be 30% up on the initial 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about that situation. You said, I guess, well, you'd know it from having been in the space before. Like, has that, you know of that happening? Like, what happens in that case? It's just
in what case
somebody vexed at the point when maturity hits and they didn't know.
Those vex.
Assuming that you were informed before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're aware of it. So that's something that that's something that I think retail investors, assuming that you get access to this, should be aware of. And it's not just if you get access to this. What Daniel was just talking about is not a government bond thing. It's just a bond thing, and we do have access to bonds, corporate bonds on the market. So that's why you pay. That's why you pay attention to what you call it, and either the face value of the bond, right, or par value. I think the term is.
Yeah, face value is face value. What I'm looking at right now, the par value is the value of our own issuance.
Yeah, and also at maturity.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of I think a lot more terminology and whatever to look into when you go into the bond market that right now other people don't necessarily exposed to. So
we can tell them par value. I would say the value of it at the start and also at the end, meaning that's the amount that's a principal that's going to be paid back.
That's the amount you lend and the amount you're getting back.
Yeah. The coupon rate. That's the amount.
Interest.
Yeah, that's the interest that's being paid on it. And then it has a rate that let me not use the word rate again. It has, what else did I use? Like how often they pay it. So not every bond is, like you mentioned, monthly just now. Well, you have some bonds that pay monthly, some pay quarterly, some pay every 6 months, some pay once a year. I'm trying to think of if we've seen any locally. Well, we've seen all kinds of things locally, but that people would know of, like any of the ones listed currently on the corporate side. None of them pay back any amount of principal until the end, right? I mean, I think that's the desired method. You lend me $1 million for 5 years. Every 3 months for that 5 years, I pay you. Let's say the 10% bond. I pay you 10% of the million. Well, no, sorry. Let's make it simple. 10% for a year. So once a year, I pay you 10% of the million, right? Meaning I pay you I pay 100 grand as interest.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of 5 years, I give you the last 100 grand, and I also give you back the million. So you don't get the million until the end. And that, just for anybody listening and confused, that's the situation that I was talking about, where if I put in $1 million, I'm getting 10%. If you buy that bond from me at 2 million, they're still paying out 100 grand a year. But for you, since you put in 2 million, that works out to 5%. And that's fine for you if maybe you're coming from a 3%, whatever. But it's painful if at maturity you still hold it. It's gonna be painful for you because you're not getting back 2 million, you're getting back 1 million, because the initial money that was borrowed was 1 million, right? And then of course that means that there's the dates. So that there's the date when it's issued, and there's a date, or the date you want. I'll keep it simple at the start date, the date from which the first set of interest starts being calculated. And then you have your maturity date, which is the date when they're gonna pay back the principal.
Yep.
Yeah. What else is there that you think about or consider?
Yield to maturity.
What's the yield to maturity?
Yield to maturity. You think about dividend yield? Like, the relative payment, the relative return to what you put in. That's where yield to maturity will really come in, and that's factoring in the time left, which is the amount of payments left to come in, and the actual payment at the end of this. So what your actual yield is if you put in your money at this point.
And it's not always like, that's something that you have to understand and ask about, because it's not always mentioned, right? And I've seen where
in the bond space, that is the key thing. When you're there, like, put in money in a bond, and if you're not really paying attention to that, then you can have you have a rough time.
Yeah. Well, you have a rough time at the end.
Yes. So
yeah,
a lot of things happen on the base of yield to maturity. I'm going to trade it up more. I'm going to because thing there. But then, like, if you think about it, you have to really think about every single next payment matters then, right? If say she buy the bond from you and she get at 2 million with no payments left, and she just buy she give you 2 million to get 1 million in for nothing, right? She never she couldn't convince anybody to buy the bond.
To buy it at 2 million.
She couldn't convince any informed person to buy the bond from her after that.
Correct.
So yeah, that's part of the. But then you think about things like that. If in the case where you might, and this is not necessarily typical, but so suppose you were at a point where you've gotten your 10% already. All you have left is to get your money back. But your big opportunity comes and you say, all right, shit, I'll give you $950,000. So you'll get 50 grand when the time you get 50 grand when it matures on top of your 950 grand. I just want my 950 to go to this other opportunity that I need cash right now. So a lot of interesting things happen just because it's just planning a payment. That's really bonds. And I find that to me is one of the most interesting parts about bonds is those kind of things come into play. All right, I hold the security. The value is this. Maybe I pay payments, maybe I don't have payments, but I can then look at somebody else that wants to come in, and we can work out what can happen there. I know what I come in for. She know what she coming for. I want my cash, and I know the value it is to me, and we can trade on that basis. So it's just in that aspect to me, it's just like stocks. Yeah, but more linear. The things are very defined. I know how much money coming every month. I know how much money coming every quarter or whatever. I know how much money coming at the end of this time. So it's what I'm doing. And if somebody comes, then they're getting that. Yeah.
It really does require more informed investor.
Yeah. Which is find out I think which is where the industry often then goes to, hey, we can see the problems with that, so we're not going to give it to everybody.
Yeah, but
But to me, it should be a matter of education. I think I don't know what level I would determine. Oh yeah, everybody's is thing there, but yeah, the kind of thing they put up guardrails on because of things possibly done in the past, things we know have done in the past. Yeah, and a general risk around bonds. Again, the asset is not a layer. It's the asset is the asset. I'm borrowing money from you, bro. The thing I own just represents your obligation to pay me back. If it don't work, if the paid back don't happen, then you just put all this money in and we just lose the money.
mm-hmm.
I mean, there are things around it sometimes maybe secured. And okay, if you can't pay back, you get these shares in this company or this land that I own, have to sell, or you go and receivership and work out how you get your value out of that. But it could just be it's unsecured and I can't pay, but I just can't pay it back.
Is it that simple?
Sometimes.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it is that simple. And sometimes
that's the thing is it's maybe we'll go court and I can prove say can't pay. Okay, or you have something I can think that or maybe hey, these are the terms and the terms where you don't have any claim beyond thing there. And if I really can't pay back, then we've had we've had a lot of bond scandals in the past, and I think bond scandals they go bad in a way. They go bad in a way that equity scandals don't go bad because you always at least the companies are hard company to kill, right? It's the thing is at least it's listed on the market. The value of the shares are there, and the value isn't just the thing it owns. The potential is there. And the potential can even be like kind of like but at the point when it was just a land, at the point when there was nothing behind, it just be listed mattered, right? It just means something already on the exchange. There's a value to that.
So I thought, but apparently others didn't see it that way.
No, that's fine.
And look how it worked out in the end.
Exactly.
Exactly how I said it would. Yeah.
And then on the bond side, the risk is we hear digital. What's the thing there? The famous
Dennis O'Brien.
Jamaica. Yeah, the famous Jamaican thing, the NDX or so.
NDX and JDX, correct. Yeah.
Where
in fact, some of these bonds are from the JDX and NDX,
Yeah, I already say that.
No, it's not a secret. Some of them are.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's but a default where we pay about the foreign thing there because we want to be able to lend. We want to borrow money in the future, so we're gonna pay about the foreign owners. But everybody at yard gonna lose the money.
Meaning, well, instead of lose, they took a haircut.
Gonna lose the money. But yeah. I mean, there's a thing there. I've heard some stories, bro. Inside the thing.
In fact, what's that term? Haircut. Let's look it up.
Haircut is it's a haircut. Shave off some.
Oh, shave off some of what though?
The money is supposed to get back.
Was it the principal or all the principal was returned, but the interest wasn't? What was the haircut?
I think that was it. I think that was it for that. But I can actually, out of my head, I can't read it.
Let me see.
I'm not confident to say exactly, so because use the internet for what it's good for.
Yeah, I look it up and see. In the meantime, I mean, it's so funny because you find people.
So you
There's
can break
always
us in more than one ways,
yeah, but nobody like a haircut to your principal is a big deal, and
everything.
I do
Everything
remember that.
up,
I remember that there was
Mhm.
a big deal made about the fact that yes, of course, it's terrible, but there's no principal haircut being taken, meaning the original money that you gave is being given back. Now, obviously, you never lend the money to get back the exact amount of the money. You lend it to get interest on
But
top
at
of
least I
it.
get back, but you
Yeah,
get money, right?
yeah.
What's that movie I thought of? Margin Call. Was it Margin Call?
Margin call is one of them that you like.
Margin
Yeah.
Call. Yeah, the thing that where I think this that famous the boardroom where they're saying we'll have these bonds on our books, and either they're worth nothing or they're worth what I can sell it for. Because those guys aren't paying. This is famous. Same again, Big Short. That is it. It's the underlying the thing that's supposed to work out to us getting paid back interest and all that suddenly going to stop working, and so we're taking a haircut. We're gonna sell for less than the work. We're going to sell for less than the principal or whatever because we know the principal ain't coming, or it's coming at a level that's so low. If I sell this thing that I got for 100 at 80 and 60, it's better than 10 and 20. Better than 0.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd rather lose 20% of my money than all of my money. Yeah, that I think is margin call you're talking about. The moment where
Margin call. Yeah,
the
even
option
Big Short,
was sell it
yeah.
all now.
Sell it all now. And
Sell
so
it
we
all
take a
today.
loss
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, but but what's in there? I mean, but Big Short is the same thing in a lot of ways. It's the mortgage market crumbles because these guys couldn't pay back the money on them. They're borrowing houses for money them can actually pay back, and that catches up with people at a certain point, and then all right, so the mortgages were supposed to pay back the money for them that's supposed to go back and pay the bond owners, and then but the bond owners, if there is no money coming from the mortgage side, there is no money coming to the bond owners, so everything crashes because so much money was in that.
Yeah, there was underlying security for a lot of things. So that's another point that especially new people thinking about bonds, not just the government bonds, but all bonds need to consider. And I touched on it a little earlier, but it's that the risk is around the entity also. So you have it's how strong is the entity? Like, are they going to be able to pay back what they say? Because if they crash, right? No, it is. No, go ahead.
I find that people they think about bonds very separately from borrowing money. I mean, it's encased with an asset and all, it's all nice, but they don't think of it at the core as that. So until in the problem, right? Just my brethren, I know him now. My brethren, if I borrow money, that I ain't not pay people back. So me not let him no money. When him ask, me not no money. But suddenly, that level of due diligence to happen to the bro. Checking these guys pay back. How much time did you say was in? It's not detail was not one time, bro.
Well, I mean,
two times.
2 times that they didn't pay back.
2 times where we have to restructure the bonds because you don't want to make money. You have to take this haircut.
Yeah.
2 times.
But they were sued both times. In the end, I mean, and the fight lasted for years.
Yep.
And in the end, what happened?
You take a haircut or you take nothing.
No, man, in the end, I think he gave up the company. He gave up a significant chunk of the company.
Yeah, but still haircut. Twice. So it wasn't that everybody involved got back all the money and it was good. The terms of the thing the terms twice were all right, we're going to put it to a level where you're going to lose not as much. And if I accept that, You have to say, oh, you have to sign to that. So you're taking before you're rolling over into this new bond that's worthless. That's worth less than the thing you were in before.
With the hope that you
It's
can
either
at
that
least get back
or
your principal there, yeah.
something. Yeah, I don't know about at least get back your principal. It's
Well,
hopefully.
what I think what was being said was that you need to do it in order to have the firm survive. And if the firm don't survive,
Then
your
you
principal
get
is at
nothing.
risk,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Even though they say that, for debt, this kind of debt under the law and oftentimes in the terms, it's ahead of anything else, right? They can't pay out a dividend, and if the company is being wound up, the debt holders need to be paid first.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, like you can be first in the line to get nothing, still get nothing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
that
sometimes
is,
it might not even be not it's sometimes not nothing, but sometimes it's also I have to wait 5 more years after maturity for this to go through the courts, and then the court have to decide what we do with the assets and how we liquidate them, because I'm not giving you land, I'm not giving you typewriters and the computers inside the building and all that. And it's we're gonna find a way to liquidate it, and then the price I'm getting, it is at that moment. It's not okay. I'll pay top dollar for that thing that's in distress. I'm going to pay as little as I can, get away with, and what's left for you is all the best. So you end up waiting 10 years to get not as much as you invested, and you miss all the interest payments anyway. So yeah, these are quite a rough one, which is why I think that the value of the security and all that. The thinking of your conversation last night with the thing there with the advanced girl. What is the actual value of the collateral?
yeah.
And if it falls below a certain amount, then that's where you're in the danger zone, because
And
that is the
being,
person who lended the money looking at that saying,
and what the actual terms
sure.
have been very clear on it. Yeah. It's it's a gamble that a lot of people are making without knowing that they're making it. And well, I don't think people should gamble, but I also think that you should go into anything with your eyes wide open. At the core of it, though, because even though it might sound very, very complex.
Oh yeah, we spend a lot of time talking about the bad parts. Yes, but it's not necessarily the most complex thing. It's just make sure you try to get a little understanding around it, so you can operate with as little risk as possible.
Yeah. And the core of it, how it works is that it better. I still think about all the people I know who have money just sit on in them savings account, or
Better than that.
Boy,
we're looking at government thing there. This is typically within a country the best risk you can think there. It's on a country's debt within that country is sovereign debt is seen as, this is the crux of it's risk free, as close to risk free as they can get. If the country don't pay back, you're in so much problems that the country you are in can't pay back. Then there's a lot of there's a lot of cascading risk at that point that follows everything within that country, right? So yeah.
How would you say it compares to, say, preference shares? Because that's what it makes me think of.
It's much the same thing. I think of preference shares as bonds in a lot of ways. But not also. But yeah, in a lot of ways, preference shares are very close to bonds. Typically debt, but preference shares, some more mechanism behind it. They're actually shares, so it's not just it's just another layer to the security. It's we can unitize the security versus bonds. It's adding in $1 million. Borrowing $1 million, how much you want? It's not you're not counting and saying $1. It's not one piece. So you're taking a piece of the money I'm borrowing. Right? So preference shares. I own this share, and all the rights and things that come with a share are different often. And again, it's a share on a market. And I don't necessarily mean like on the JSE or whatever. Even I don't consider. I mean, private companies are on a market, right? If a private company share, it's just a different level of a market. A listed entity and all that is nice. They have ease of trading or whatever. But even in a private entity, preference shares, again, they're shares of the company, and they have certain rights and things within law that accrue accordingly.
Yeah. So I agree with Dana and that it's I also tend to think of them as very close, almost the same. Preference shares have a little bit more magic to them. Well, bonds can also have the same magic to them, but preference shares tend to be a bit they're mix. It's a mix. So it act like shares, but it can be debt, but you can also have preference.
It can be debt. It actually can be. It can be not debt. Typically, they are debt. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have lots of pause around the preference shares. You have like, it's a good example. Proven has those preference shares that allow them to have that allow the whole of the preference shares to have pretty much absolute power in the company. Like regardless of what the shareholders vote, preference shares say if the shareholders vote X, and the preference shareholders say Y, it's gonna be Y. You have like some poison pill. Well, I mean that's also an example of a poison pill preference share. You can use that. We're seeing that now on the market actually being used. In a slow, I don't know if it's a slow or fast way, but you will see it being used. You also generally preference. I get first preference in the event of the company winding up whatever and payments going out. The preference shares have to be paid first. But the truth is that in that debt class, there is no hierarchy because you can have multiple things. So suppose the company have 3 preference shares and a bond. Which one goes first? Sometimes the company might tell you that, listen, this preference share A is first, then the bond is second, then preference share B, then preference share C. Like the company can tell you.
Seniority.
Yeah, seniority of what they call that? Seniority of.
I think I don't know what I mean.
It's not. It's a seniority of something.
Let me check.
It's just a seniority of the debt, I guess. The debt seniority. Yeah. Jamaica is a good example of that. Jamaica has those bonds. I think they have those bonds listed on the
preference shares.
Yeah, they have the bonds, shares, and they do also have preference shares. Yeah, so they have the bonds on. What is it? It's not Shanghai. Where's Jamaica's bonds listed? No, I thought it was. I know it's not Shanghai.
Right now.
Yeah, but they have it listed on one of those.
I know. Yeah, there's not in there.
Yeah, that's not. I don't remember in which one of those markets it's on, but they have it listed on one of those markets out east, and that has, I think, the highest seniority. That is the one that is paid first in the event of anything, and then you have the preference shares that are on our market, which I think will be a little more, which I think are gonna get very exciting later this year, late in the year and early next year. And you also have that. Well, then you have the regular ordinary shares, the dividend, which is linked to. I don't know if people get the link between Jamaica's dividend and all of those other dividends, and what it implies. Well, let me not go down that road. The point is, they have Jamaica has multiple levels of that. So they have the bonds, they have the preference shares, and the seniority is the bonds first, then the preference shares, then the ordinary shares. So in the event that Jamaica completely mash up and gone out of business, which I'm not seeing how that would happen, but in the event that it were to happen, then the bondholders would get paid first, then whatever left would go to the preference shareholders, and then if anything is left after that, then maybe they can pay out a dividend to the regular shareholders. It's so funny how a lot of this stuff is viewed from the position of the bad, right? It's hard not to view it from the position of what could go wrong. But I guess that's going back to your favorite topic, Danai, that's like the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is all a risk conversation.
Yeah, risk market, bro. The bond market fee, I think. Yeah, often say risk trumps opportunity in the equity market. The bond is seat, bro.
Yeah, you see,
I think it's more upfront in your face.
It also means that the risk
because it's more defined. I think that is really it. You can more easily look at the things that influence versus on the stock side. The value is definitely more thing there, more open to. It's more personal. It's more individualized. Everybody's thoughts on value are not necessarily based on the same factors. It's what you call it. There's more arbitrage and information arbitrage, just knowledge. It just my thoughts around this can sway things more because I understand certain things differently, and that's 3 million people looking at it a different understanding and more. At the bond market, I know how much they pay me. I'm not necessarily speculating on what the dividend is going to be. The thing I'm speculating on, I know how much dividend. I know how much the coupon is supposed to be, and the speculation really is on they're gonna pay me, and yeah, so on the equity game, it's when they're gonna pay the dividend, how much it's going to be, and if they're gonna pay me the dividend. On the bond market, I know how much I'm supposed to pay me. I know when they're supposed to pay me. I know how much I'm supposed to pay me. Right? So, yeah, things are more defined there. So, the risks are more upfront. So, less.
But there's still.
That's really
it. There's still.
There's definitely speculation. There's definitely uncertainty that can't stop, right? I know it's supposed to pay me. I don't think it will pay me. I can do certain things and check that. I can check how well the company is doing. I can hear things on the road. That's still true for stocks. But at the end of the day, even I hear the same information about stocks, I don't know if them go even announce a dividend. I don't know if they go even think because they can't. The company can be doing really well, and they don't do it anyway because they have other ideas that are not tied to the bill. The bill that them have in my mind every month. That's why I'm free, but then I know because they lend me the money there. Yeah. After them pay back that they're going to say, all right, cool. We want to buy this new. I have enough money left over to pay a dividend. Yeah, sure, but I didn't want to go buy. I wanted to buy this new company. I wanted to invest more into the infrastructure of the company and spend the money there. So I'm not going to pay a dividend. Yeah. So more uncertainty around certain things within the thing. Around more things within in the thing there on the equity side, I think. You like bonds if you think there. What kind of personality is that? Like I don't necessarily want if you want thing there, if you want more certainty around events, then I think the bond market might be thing there. But that also leads into a return situation where typically bond returns are more defined. If I buy into a bond, the things I expect if I just hold it for the 5 years are them get paying back every quarter, and them get paying back the money I lent them at the end of that time. Stocks, where them can buy a new company and blow up on it, and the price double. I'm good, right? The ceiling for returns are more on the stock side, in my opinion. Oh, historically too, I think typically there's more room for, because I can borrow money. I have a company. I borrow some money and I pay them back. I only have to pay them back this amount if the company do really well for the back of this borrowing. Then the dividend will go fly. So the price will go fly because the company is doing that much better, and I only have to pay back the money I was borrowing and the amount I.
Yeah, because I keep thinking about like what you said earlier, and I see some people on YouTube pointing some points out. I try and mentioning one of the things you said, that you need to know the yield to maturity before purchase. especially if the plans to keep it to maturity, right? And on that point, like I keep thinking about as one of the first things that you mentioned. With that in mind, consider, like, assuming that this GOJ 12.25%, that's at 130. It means that it was bought at 130. Somebody pay, whoever bought it at 130 and is holding, assuming that it the par for it was 100. So at 130, that's like a guarantee that if you hold that to maturity, you're taking a bit of a loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, the thing that I don't know.
You're taking your 30%, your 30 odd percent loss
on the principal, but then you look at the interest. The interest might just be enough for you. If you can buy it at a maturity where at a yield where 5% is good. 5% on the not I would say 5%. The coupons and everything line up, so you're fine at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, if the interest between our maturity is higher than whatever you're losing by paying a higher price for it, higher face value for it, then you are good. So that is a nice. It's still risk, but it's a different kind of risk.
In front of your face, are you taking that thing there? I know what I'm signing up for in a lot of ways. I think I've seen people that I bought a 7% bond. It don't mean you get 7% on your money. When people in quotes or what percentage it is, you have to actually know the price of thing. And I have seen that so much, Randy.
I know, because I hear it a lot too. Yeah. Well, as in you're talking about like your clients.
Clients, a lot of people clients. Yeah, because when I was in they don't know that they're not getting. So when you ask them what's the bond paying, they're not telling you. They quote the percentage
that they're told that the bond is.
But they quote the percentage issuance, but they're not quoting, they're not telling you how much money they're getting from this. And when you check it, the fees it matter. When I bought the bond, I paid 3%. So I bought that par from this guy, but I bought 103.
Yeah.
So the 10% is not 10%.
And the fees on what you paid. Yeah. When I'm saying about no, I want my fees back. So I'm not saying that 103, bro. I'm not saying that 100. I'm saying that 103. So no, you pay. So 103. You buy for me at 103 plus fees. 3% on 103. So it go again. Yeah, and it's funny. This to me is more of an area in which that fiduciary duty that the brokers have is even more important. Because your broker can really screw you here.
Your broker have to know. Okay, there's a reliance situation on that. The guy has never said certain things.
Or the well, there's that middle line no, where the broker did tell you, and them can show you that, and they send you
when we say a document, the fees is there, the price is there.
Jesus, yeah. So the broker can say, "I did send you, and here it is," and you are actually saying, "Yeah, I did get that," and you signed to it, but you never did really understand. And that's rampant though. Because when it comes to financial things in Jamaica, that's rampant. Everybody
and again,
is a financial genius
for
them sit down in the broker
I hear
chair.
about the bonds thing, the bond safe, and I do the stocks thing, I do the bond thing, but you go there with a preconceived safety situation already, so you don't actually look out for the risks. You don't actually look out for, you're not doing due diligence, because as far as you're concerned, you're good.
Safe.
You're in the safe thing, yeah.
Safer than stocks.
Yeah, that is how it's sold. You're right, Shay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, people, you can't tell them nothing about stocks, man. Fixed income. All the way.
I was 7%. You're getting 7% though. But then think of that now with why I want to see what the market looks like, because then it's secondary. So these are already issued. People already own. Think of the decisions that come into that then when I put it up and I want for sale, and then it becomes very interesting to me.
Mm.
And then like certain events kind of trigger things. Like, again, everybody loves to talk about the PDVSA bonds, man, and then they fell so low that the coupon was so much, and they're buying it. All right, like a lot of the speculation at the time when everybody talks about was they're gonna pay the next coupon. We had multiple coupon payments for that for those bonds where they're gonna pay the next coupon, they're gonna pay the next coupon, and some man bingo when when the coupon they come through, bro.
Well, if you think about it,
bingo,
there must bingo now too. If they hold it now, it must after with the US incursion into Venezuela, it must fly.
Are those bonds still out? PDVSA,
of course. Some of them were old, no? Meaning not old. Some of them were they had long tails, that long maturities.
Why I said that it's not something I necessarily check on, so I don't know the actual situation there because I know of thing there. USC kind of do some things with the remember so the nationalization of the thing of the oil was a big deal, and
but that's why I say they must jump now.
I would, if they're out, definitely.
Well, even if they're out,
I wouldn't say
they've had freedom introduced to them. Venezuela, PDSVA bonds jump after US waves.
I don't know how bonds are. I don't know all that, so not smart.
Yeah, I just thinking anything Venezuelan debt wise
definitely
must be up now because people you feel there's a lot more surety.
Yeah, but that's the kind of thing. The thing being speculated on specifically is they're gonna pay more money, and so when it just nationalized and the US say, "Oh, cut them off," think of how those bonds fell. And if somebody really believe freedom will come at some point, then they got to steal. And they sit down for a couple of times and say, all right, cool, but at the end of it, what's going to happen?
Well, that's what Brick Cutter I see him on here. That's what Brick Cutter is talking about, right? That's the SVL.
SVL, Kyo.
Yeah. SVL with Kyo.
This thing.
Kyo via Maha, owning the oil field license, and they're gonna sell it. And it's very lucrative to own the rights to an oil field in Venezuela right now. The question, of course, as he always brings up is, I mean, if he brings it up, if he come on, send a speaking request, I won't step on his point here. But again, the core of it is always, will I get my money? Yeah, will I get my money?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wild
Javon,
in that.
Javon said on YouTube, par, face value, coupon, the years of frequency, like those are the things to know. Right? And he did mention that four of these are former NDX bonds. So they're still there. So four of them, I wish I could tell you which four off the top of my head, but I don't. I remember seeing when I was going to the list initially, and they are, if I remember correctly, if we check, they are supposed to have, each of them supposed to have their offer document with them. But the four of them that have it, I do know, like the four of them have the same date, meaning not at the same date when they were all reissued under the NDX. It is what it is. I really hope that it's so funny even with all the risks. Like I said, the tone might sound bad, but even with all of the risks, I'm really hoping that us regular people can get
factor
into
coming through, right? Yeah, it's not all bad. Yeah,
it could be really fun.
Really lucrative. Money is fun.
Could be really fun.
Yeah. Definitely better than a savings account. In fact, it backs your savings account, so you might as well go to it directly. In some regards, it backs your savings account.
But even with the, like, if you look at it, then you can understand very easily. Like it's very, very much like stock market, where I know certain things because I heard the right news and as the right there's the right thought process around how people will react to certain things. Then you can see just like
or have the right power, have the right kind of power, right? So again, Javon put a whole heap of points in the chat, and I thought this one was good. He mentioned sometimes buying that distressed debt and then suing the company is the motive of some investors, because then they might find a gem in the payback they get. So he gave one example. Like companies bought a lot of Argentina's debt and then sued them and then got 10x or 20x their investment. But of course, it takes years and years and lots of lawyers. So if you have the money for the lawyers, you have the money to buy that distressed entity. Well, not distressed entity, a distressed debt. Then distressed asset. Then, yeah, you can wait it out. Why not? To spend $1 billion and we get it back 10? Why not? And then you can see to another form, my interpretation of a lot of the things that Michael Leachin said was that because the NCB shares are the collateral for some of his private companies' debt, it would be it would appear to me that being able to pressure that private debt would be a cheap way to get a lot of NCB shares for cheap. I mean, at current prices, NCB is dirt cheap. Everybody knows it's undervalued, but knowing it's undervalued don't change the value. The market is never wrong. But if I wanted to buy NC, if I had the money to buy the entire bank or buy the controlling stake or the heaviest stake in the bank, would I want to buy it at 200 per share or 100 per share? Or would I want to buy it at the $40 that it is per share now? Or would I want to buy it at maybe even cheaper if I can buy the bond from a bondholder who just looking to get their money back because this thing look like it now work and then you might see why you may want to have those bondholders feel that things are really bad so that they're willing to sell you those bonds, because you know that, if the payment isn't made on these bonds, we get to grab the collateral, and the collateral is a good chunk of the control in the bank.
Look at that on my trading market.
Ooh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'll say shout out to us because we did lay out the possibility of something like that years ago. And I mean, it has never happened. Thankfully, it hasn't happened, but we've come very close to, well, we're way down the road of what has happened. We've seen it. I saw something yesterday in the newspaper, I think, about something between an AIC and Cornerstone. Yeah. But that case was thrown out. Which I don't know. I don't know why I felt good seeing that
it was thrown out. It was saying that it was thrown out. It was
true. It was not thrown out.
We think it was withdrawn. I think at no cost situation, something like that.
It was withdrawn. No, I would say that I'm gonna have to go look and get the actual.
I think the actual wording, but it's how I read it is. Leachin and Co said, "Okay, we're not bothering. We're not going to go through with this fully anymore. So we'll go forward with all this, but we're not okay." And there's some mention of $22 million share, 22 million shares, 22 million shares. Sorry.
So what the Gleaner reported is that AIC Barbados, which is one of the investment vehicles linked to MLC, has discontinued its case against Cornerstone with no order for costs. And this is days after AIC filed a claim regarding the shares in NCB. The interesting part that I mentioned in there is that according to the claim, Cornerstone lent AIC $231 million across these three transactions, these 3 dates, and security for that loan was AIC pledging 22.1 million NCB shares. And that's the 22.1 million number. If you follow it up, that number, a unit is you may have seen that number before. The claim sought declarations that Cornerstone returned the shares, but then it was again not thrown out. It was discontinued by the is that the claimant? Yeah, by the claimant. So I saw it and I felt good about it being discontinued, but I don't know any more details than what's said here. But I feel it's like, yo, what y'all do? Like, the thing is, once you go public, right? Meaning,
yeah. So
For
It's a far
example,
step already. So it's interesting that it happened like this, you know. You gone
exactly.
a court already and you said, "Oh, brother, like, what happened exactly? Was that meeting in the middle? What happened?"
I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm hoping the feeling I get, is like when people vex and then one of them step up and say, "Yo, make we talk it out outside," instead of
Well,
shout or
yeah.
quarrel with people. Yeah. So that's what I hope for. But again, I don't know anything about it. And yeah, when you hit the 951 million numbers, as much as I'd love to, I have to admit that is out of my tax bracket, my reach, my everything, right? So 951 is far from me. But on that same 951 or hundreds of millions number, what are the good ripples from the bond market in Jamaica? And this I think Shay might like. I know that I like it. I know I like it. What are the ripples from it? I'm hoping, I don't know, because again, we don't have much real information around at least the things that I'd like to know. But I'm hoping that, like when we see these trades, it means that JSE is getting these fees.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Which is why I want to be more open up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can pitch in, then more activity, more interest, more money, more fees.
But even if it's not, even if it's not open, and I do want it to be open, right? Don't show me if I can't have it. But if
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if it is what it is, and I think it is what it is, then like today, 300 million shares traded. Yesterday, I think also 300 million shares traded. Like today, 313.6 million worth of the 8.25 one traded. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice for reasons. Well, me as a JSE shareholder, that's that's nice to me for those reasons, right? And so when I saw like the 600 odd billion listed, I think of JSE's percentage. A percentage of JSE's revenue comes from just that. A percentage of JSE's revenue comes from the market cap of all the securities on. In fact, a significant percent. Well, I say a good percent, a significant to me percentage of JSE's revenue comes from the market. A percentage of the market cap of all the securities listed on the JSE. So when I hear that, hey, the JSE just gets 600 odd billion more listed on it.
Love that.
Oh, I can't. I can't. I'm happy, and then I connect that with a little dot that JC themselves. Let's see. Let me not risk getting it wrong. JC themselves. I don't think they've declared or even mentioned their dividend for this year yet, have they? No, 2026. They haven't mentioned anything about their dividend for 2026 yet. They usually have one earlier in the year. 2025, they had one earlier in the year. It's usually the bigger one, and then in the next quarter, Q3, they have the other one, and then there's nothing for 2026 so far. And that's the trend as it has been for a few years now. So 2 for the year. So would I pay out the big dividend now, or do I pay it after we bring on the government and these government bonds, and the government pay the fee that them have to pay in order to be listed, and that's raw cash coming in, and then we can pay out a nice dividend. My hope as a shareholder and a stock trader is that that's what's happening. And then JC, I mean, I'd be excited about it when JC is at $18 or $13 or $15. JC at $11, I'm even more excited. So here's hoping. So that's one of the ripples I'm thinking about, right? Like just the general weight of more money coming to the JC from those bond trades. And as you know, Danai, is not the regular man has not been able to, man or woman has not been able to touch these bonds before. So that means that the trades that happen with these bonds are big trades, heavy trades. You don't often have 300 million in one security going across the JSE. every day. Trans Jamaica alone can't carry the weight, but just 300 million today, 300 million yesterday. It's a hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. Say I don't know, but I do want the regular person to get on it. Speaking about regular person, I do see Mac Halloway, Shaneo. Send a speaking request, Shaneo. Am I saying that right, Shano?
Shano. Yeah, greetings, gentlemen. Yeah,
And
Shane,
lady.
greetings.
We're yapping a lot, but Shay's also here.
Yeah, greetings.
Greetings, boss.
How you doing?
Greetings.
Doing well. I love the fact that we're talking about the JSE. Now, my issue is I have a discrepancy with trading on the JSE today. See? All right, let me ask you guys, hoping you guys can probably enlighten me or educate me. Maybe I'm missing something. If one person is selling stock A at say $40, and there's a buy order in the queue for say $50 at the opening of the market, my understanding that the trade will be executed at the buy price of $50, right?
That's you're asking?
Yeah, well, I'm also stating that the trade should be executed at the price that the person is buying.
You sure?
Correct. Well, enlighten me if I'm not. That's my understanding.
You've encountered a problem many have.
Yes, a problem that many people have. This one I take on good to grow, but that's not even a beginner grow thing. That's an advanced grow thing.
All right. Well, it even goes deeper. All right.
Well, hold on. I want you to be clear that we didn't agree with you. To make it clear, we don't agree.
I'm not agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works. You need that's not how the market works.
I've been in your shoes, by the way, and I feel the feels, and I hurt, and I boy, and then,
right. But let's hear the further first.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. All right. Can say me and Danai, we want to trade some shares, but we don't want it to hit the market. Yeah.
You want to do what?
Can we? We don't want the trade to really show up. Like I list my shares that I'm selling and he lists his buy price. So can we execute a trade through our brokers without it being in the queue on the market?
No.
Yeah.
I said no.
All right. Say for example, suppose
when you say being in the queue.
What do you mean?
So
there is a buy order in the queue for stock A at $50.
Hold on. Shano, let me do something. Let me help you with something. I know people do this a lot in the stock stick. Yeah. Look at the secrecy. Just tell us the stock. We have my money, JA. Tell us the stock. Tell us what happened, and let's just work with exactly what it is.
All right. Let's do that. So the stock is JFP. See?
Okay.
Now, if you pull up the trading for today, at pre-market, there was a...
Let's not do the pre-market one. Let's do the other one. The pre-market one...
No, but it is connected. This part is important.
Okay.
So pre-market, someone was selling about 70,000 units at about 34 cents. The close price on the day was 37. Yeah. I had a buy order in the queue at 40 cents, right? Now, the trade was executed. Those 70,000 shares were sold at 40 cents, which is my buy order. However, when I was at the top of the queue as well.
Yeah, man, we can see. You're not seeing what I'm showing, right? We can see. My money JA allow you to replay the entire day. So I see exactly what happened. Yeah.
Okay. No, that trade was executed. However, I wasn't the one who got about
All of the shares. You got some of the shares.
60. I got 460 of the shares.
Correct. And then somebody else got 69,500, and somebody else got 40, and somebody else got 1.
Yeah, I got the one also.
Oh,
No,
you get
how is it
461.
possible? Yeah, so how did I get those 461 but not the 6? How much was it? 60.
How
Yeah.
do you not get the remaining? 69,
Yeah, correct.
69,500.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Where did those shares go?
To somebody else. You don't. I can tell you don't use my money, JA. Do you?
I mean, I use my money, JA, not the paid version though, to see how the trades are executed.
That's rough. Because you'll be able to see a little bit more, a lot more information with a lot more detail. And I also know you haven't done grow. And as I said, the thing that you're asking about is
No,
not even
I have done
but you have not done like I said, the thing you're talking about is not a grower thing, it's a advanced grower thing. It's because you're talking about the pre-open.
Correct.
This is my hiccup, Randy. I can't easily explain this because out of it, one you have to see the rule yourself and know how it
You have to
exactly
understand
works.
it. Yeah, you have to understand the rules.
That is not an uncommon, or again, there's a reason I don't agree with it necessarily because the rules are the rules, and how these things are executed are how they're executed. And to me, it's not a matter of injustice or far out. It's just when you actually check it, it makes sense. So yeah.
So was there someone else buying in the queue at that time?
Of course.
At 40 cents?
Of course, yeah.
But
why wouldn't that hit the buy order queue then?
Well, think about it. You weren't buying at 461 shares either, were you? The pre-open is different. The rules around the pre-open are different. You were buying at 40 cents, and somebody was above you buying at 44 cents. 40 units at 44 cents, right?
Yeah.
And you notice that the 40 units did trade, but they traded at 40 cents. All of the pre-open trade. Suffice it to say that all of the pre-open trades happen at a single price. Day. So the pre-open rules are different from the regular trading rules. This is probably the part of the market that I am least. I can easily explain a lot of the. I'd like to think I can easily explain all of the market, but this part is probably my weakest area. I understand what happened. I hate.
It's a layer. Yeah, it's a layer.
I hate explaining it though. I hate explaining it.
When I explain it, I know that it's if I don't. There's a lot of things that have to explain first, and yeah, if I don't get there, and then it takes away. I don't know. Your understanding has to be at a certain point for me to bring that point fully across to you. So that's my issue here. With that, but somebody was here before you, yes.
Correct. Yeah.
You got 460.
Try and say on YouTube.
You mean the better
on YouTube that somebody had a better price than yours, my bro.
Yeah, someone that was buying at a higher price.
But
if they were buying at a higher,
they had a higher share price on their order when they put. So the order that they put in had a higher share price than yours, and that gives them priority ahead of you in the queue process.
But why wouldn't it trade at their buying price?
Because that's not how that works. So
that's not how the pre-open works.
So it's what Randy was saying. The rules are the pre-open. There are specific things that calculation that happens on the pre-open. So in the pre-open, whereas in the regular market, if you were to, if shares are there for 40 cents being sold, right, and you were to put 40 cents or anything above 40 cents, it would trade immediately, right? You'd end up buying the shares from that person. And any person above that, up to the amount where your shares have exhausted the amount of the shares on the sell side that are within your range, or it's a problem.
No, you're not easily explain.
If 100 shares on the sell, if there's 100 shares at 450 on the sell side in the regular day, and you put up 200 shares for 51, you're going to buy those 100 shares for 50, right? You know that.
Correct.
And if there's somebody after that selling some shares for 51, you buy some of that too.
Yeah.
And so it'll buy until you're the shares that you can buy are done, or the shares or your shares done. Make sense?
No man,
Makes
somebody
sense.
snipe him at the pre-open. I understand why I
Somebody
try and
snipe
say
him,
that
bro.
now. Somebody snipe him.
So
It's a
yeah,
beautiful
wicked,
trade
wicked.
actually. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful trade. I'm looking at it.
So
They snipe him
but
right at the minute before.
right, I think that them say,
Oh,
yo,
oh.
they saw what you were trying to do, and them say, but I want to do it, and
They they stepped
they
on
went for
your
they went for
order.
it. Yeah,
They used
they
your
push it
order
out.
deliberately.
Yeah,
You bought them
Yeah.
you
right.
bought them those
Crazy.
shares at 40. That's
Yeah,
yeah. And then you say you got the
Dollar.
460.
Yeah. I got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, because you get the what left.
Yeah. Listen, people,
They take what them
I think
want
come
and
the
say
girl,
if you want some more,
come the advanced girl. I haven't done the one touching this yet. This year, maybe in fact, maybe I'll do a single advanced girl just on the pre-open. I've never done it on just on the pre-open. I don't think, but I will do one just on the pre-open.
Are
The
you?
pre-open is different
The
from
pre-open one
regular.
was part of something else? Because I
Yeah, man.
remember that.
I know that I've done the pre-open as part of like short-term investing and also
Oh yeah, that's
understanding the
true. It was
market, and
part of
like
the
I've
short
mixed with other
short term
things. I
investing.
tend to mix it with understanding the circuit breaker, which is another thing that people understand. But the
Oh
pre-open,
yes, that's true. It's pre-open and
yeah,
circuit
man,
breaker. That's what
they
we did.
walk hand in
That
hand. Yeah,
was that
man.
was a good grow.
The
yeah,
circuit breaker is what led me and Randy down the pre-open
road,
I
yeah,
go road
know.
yeah, and also
because
being in the same position as you, Shane. We've been there
yeah,
too, so don't feel bad, my brother.
but understanding it
Yeah.
can give you just understanding it can put you
Mm-hmm.
in a position to do what this person did to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an all bad
Empowers
thing.
you.
It gives you perspective of how you should operate, and this person understands it better than you did, and they saw your order and then they made sure that them order come in at the right time at the right price what they want, and you end up with
Yeah, boy.
shot it
Right
and that,
at the end, them snipe him. It's
Oh
probably a
yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
It's probably a
Crazy.
girl got do it too.
bro.
That is right.
Very
Yeah,
likely.
Randy,
Yeah.
look at that. It's 70,000 units. The two of them are go for, bro.
It-
And
it-
this man put 69,500. And
very deliberately.
he said the man that going for 40, you can take that. And he took
Yeah.
off me one, and it's like the man leave 500 for you and the next guy. And the next guy was ahead of him, so he said, all right, cool, you can go out with the 40. And you get 461 out of that 500 that's a left.
Very deliberate,
Yeah, man. Right time, everything. I say, all right, ready. Just press it again, confirm, and go.
Yeah. My brother, this is probably a girl that did this to you.
Very likely.
Yeah.
Alright.
You say you're not using the
The
paid version of my
person that
money,
was
JA?
commenting, I want to see him.
Yeah. Maybe. You say you're not using the paid paid version of my money, JA. You know what the funny thing is, I often tell people that my money JA gives you it's not unfair, but it's a quote unquote unfair advantage. Because it's built for retail investors, it's built for serious investors, it's built for investors to be able to do certain things. And stuff that we're building now is even more. But this is a real life example of somebody use that knowledge and the tool ahead of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fearless.
And this
Yeah.
uncertainty, the skill replay thing, that game, you cannot get it anywhere else. In fact, this is one of the first things I asked Randy if he could do.
Yeah.
Way back when we just discovered J Trader and looking at it, I asked him, yo, is it possible that I can see when somebody goes into the queue at any given time? And I'm saying at the time it's possible, but right now it wouldn't be easy because I'm gonna think that you're on the platform bit at all. So it would be something you have to put something in place to catch everything going in and all that. But
You have to build a base
trust me.
and then also you have to have the understanding and the understanding is the key part. The understanding is key. Yeah, the understanding
I was going through the exact same thing you're going through, and I said, yo, somebody can do that. Because I want to see what happened in that moment. So I can be thinking.
And there's more coming for the
This
premium
person
users.
saw
There's
this person
more
understood the
coming.
rules and they acted accordingly, and you were right in the way for that. It's like
Yeah.
I'm looking at your order, and I wouldn't do it like you. Like I can see when you put in your order, and I look at the time and I say, yeah, man, I wouldn't.
And you know, the general, I'll
Because somebody
watch
can
it,
do
you know.
this. Me and
Yeah, man.
because I know that I know the possibility of that next person coming and doing it, and I don't want to give them the leg to stand on. You show your cards and then play right.
Yeah, this is a
But
knowledge,
yeah,
a knowledge beat.
there's some rules you have to understand here. You have to understand exactly how the pre-open functions, what determines what pricings trade at, and which orders trade first and all that. And yeah.
I don't feel bad. I mean, you got
You don't feel bad.
you got most of what you wanted still at
at
the 40.
Yeah, fair play, fair play.
Yeah. I know you look like what you buying today at 40.
I mean, I've been buying from the 25th still.
I'm not surprised.
And that's why you asked the first question around because you wanted it at 34.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted it at 32, I think it was.
34.
Yeah.
34. I'm looking at the order you were trying to buy, and it's 34 was there for.
Why though? Why
I mean, why that price?
Yeah, why have you been buying it? Is it for the 31st?
I mean, not necessarily. I just saw it traded on a day below its 52-week low, and I'm like, what's happening here? So then I set a couple buckets and I caught a good amount, and then hopefully I was seeing an opportunity. Initially, I had it at about the final order. I had about at 35 cents, but a couple of folks started going at 37, 38, 300,000. So I edited the trade and then put it at 40 cents. I think yesterday nothing traded, which was kind of strange. But then I was saying, all right, maybe I'll fear better luck today.
So your only reason for doing it is that it's down at the 52-week low?
Not necessarily. I think it's how would I say? There's something coming. It's on the verge of they really just need to start cash flowing is my belief. I followed them from IPO'd, sold and started buying back just this year. But yeah, nothing too special. I wouldn't say I've done any in-depth research, but I've been following a few things. Couple director has been buying back some shares. I mean, just some little things.
Well, that sounds like research enough, but you know the usual. You've done growth, so you have an idea also of what are you hoping for with it then? Sorry to cut before you go to that. I know you had said you had two things, and the pre-open thing was one. What was the second one?
Oh, the second one was can a trade be executed off the market? So I thought that trade must have been executed with broker, but it was too small to even be considered for something like that.
No, it doesn't work like that necessarily. Your broker will not. What will happen? It will happen through the market. Trades will happen trades happen through the market. I'll say that.
But then if the trade would be at the same price, then it would have to fulfill those orders that are already ahead in the queue, correct?
Yes. Yeah. They can't ignore the queue in that way.
Same.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah, for simplicity's sake, yeah. It no matter what, it's gonna have to touch it has to cross the market.
The queue.
Yeah, it has to cross the market.
You can say I want to sell for 30. You can look at the queue and say everything at 40, and then you and your bridging decide you want to trade it at 30, and then put it in the queue and it work out like that. It wouldn't happen like that now.
Same. Okay.
So, but as always, you don't have to know the rules to break the rules. Some rules are unbreakable on the market by us plebs. But yeah, it's not possible. So going back to the JFP now, you say, what is it? What is the thing that you like about it that push you into buying it? No, I mean you take the bite the bullet when you say the 52-week low.
Melissa, I mean, from Melissa Hoppin, I just believe that, okay, with a lot of resorts in the western side needing refurbished during the furniture business for a lot of that, I just think even with the Montego Bay Hotel, not hotel, airport, yeah, so I, I just connected those and think if there's so much going into building and manufacturing within the construction space, I think they will get some share of that amount. And of course, based on how they do their reporting, a lot of time it's, what do I say? A lot of the work that they do would be pre-work and then they collect payment afterwards. So I thought after the year that they had with, yeah, it's only fitting that they have a turnaround soon.
But you are aware that just because we want them to have a turnaround don't mean that them having a turnaround, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
You have to see it. And
Yeah,
see, I don't mean a report has come out. I mean, you have to read those, look at what you can observe, that the things that go into making that report as much as possible, and make a conclusion based on that. So,
yeah.
That is true.
like, the thing I would say here then is what makes you think they will have a turnaround? I mean, you say, yeah, they must have a turnaround. Is there something observable that you get up and say, oh, I know of this thing happening for JFP or within their industry or something? What's the thing that would make you say, yeah, but they're having a turnaround, this is a good thing to do? Is there anything that can make you confirm in your heart?
I mean, I'm just waiting on one benchmark, and it's for them to start cash flowing. Currently, I think if you compare them to the industry, I mean, they're trading at a P that is almost ridiculous, I believe.
What's the
When did you
industry?
start buying? You said
Say
you
again?
started buying the 25th. So this month?
No, I started buying earlier this year.
Okay.
So you say your cash
January.
flow. So you're waiting. So that's the thing. You're waiting on a report to tell you that the cash flow is fine.
Yes and no, yeah, but ideally, yeah.
So
I just
my
want to
question
see
was,
them start reporting some of the work that they're doing. It's ideal.
yeah, man.
So wait, so you know that they're doing work?
I know that they're doing work, yes.
Okay, what kind of work you know them doing?
That's what I was really asking. If there's something outside of is there something that you know is happening for them that will be reported? So anything you can observe, so you know they're doing work. So what's the work you know they're doing? That's the real question.
I mean, I did say it's still they're doing work at the Montego Bay Airport, and that's just really one of them. I know quite a few resorts within the Montego Bay area that has actually started. I've seen contract work being done, and
By JFP.
JFP. Yeah. No, I mean the man them a work. So if a JFP they do these work where me can notice I go see it, then of course.
Oh, so people tell you that it's JFP, like you ask people and them say, yo, it's JFP doing the work here and there and blah, blah, blah.
Correct.
Okay. Man, ahead of the curve, man, you get to buy it at the 52-week low. Okay.
I mean,
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I might join you. But that's a gamble you could have made that up a while ago. So
the issue is Randy have to believe, you know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Or Randy can go try some confirmation to see. Hey.
I mean, I'm definitely going to do some confirmation. We can Shay love a hotel, you know. Shay, you sit on the mattress.
And see what I can find out.
when you said the cash flow, it threw me off at first because you said last time they
Yeah.
report them said them that they were down to $1 million in cash and cash equivalents.
Yeah.
That wasn't, but Melissa couldn't come too soon. Well, as bad as it was, it couldn't come too soon for them if they've gotten work out of it. I like that, and they haven't really. They reported this after Melissa, so.
But Randy, remember I told you that for the end of last year it was just cleanup. I promise you, like hardly any rebuilding and real repairs were happening when I was going down there last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
Yeah, and then like when this year started, then people actually started reopening and looking towards getting started again.
Mm-hmm.
And actually working on buildings and roads and things like that.
I get you.
So it could just be that it's not in here.
True. Well, they pointed out here that revenue was a 28% decline versus the year before, and this was primarily due to the postponement of a major project of material value and the impact of Hurricane Melissa on core hospitality business activity, which is corporate speak for hotel. So Melissa hit and the hotel work get called up. But it's like the hotel work is back on, and maybe more than one. Hey, I used to own a lot of JFP shares one time,
Same.
Yeah.
We had lots of fun times together.
Yeah, it's back, and if I remember correctly, the directors did buy back a lot of. It seemed to have bought back a lot of shares also recently, maybe over the last few quarters. And we're seeing the VM coming in now with some. Like they are dot.
I'm still watching that block of shares. See Total Office do anything.
Total Office.
Sell. I want to sell the shares.
Yeah, but you know what?
Maybe they actually do the deal.
Well, I wouldn't hold my breath on that, but remember what that big January 7th, the total. Well, January 7th, an amount equal to the Total Office block traded.
Yes, okay.
And they haven't reported that yet.
I'm saying I'm wondering what's going. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, they told us that They told us that they bought 30% of Total Office. I've yet to see it. And they told us that Total Office, and we saw that Total Office bought a chunk of them, but it's gone. And it's funny, they listed it as a connected party selling 100.
The thing I'm looking at is who. Yes, that is the weird, bro.
If it's Total Office, would Total Office be considered a connected party?
That's what I'm wondering. So I wondered. So I wonder who bought that, and then why would it be connected party? We should also mean maybe before it, maybe Total Office bought an equal amount that but I don't want to put that out there because that is very wishful thinking.
Yeah, as far as I know, only two connected parties have that many shares.
Have that much, exactly.
Yeah.
The exact amount is just weird, man.
And the exact amount matches the Total Office. Is it the Total Office? Yes. The exact amount matches the Total Office stake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be a diamond in the rough.
Just might.
And this is the time where you'd want to get the diamond, right? When things are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you said the 52
Don't confirm say it's bolted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Shano, you said that the 52-week low being hit is what made you like it brought it back to your attention, but you had bought it from before, right. So you were averaging down.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Real conviction that I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And this is what it's a whole life, or you have a proper goal and time and thing.
I mean, I have a proper goal and time price that I'm even selling it, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
You want to share it or you know you're holding that close to your chest?
No, man, I'll hold that close to my chest.
All
Order in
right.
the queue.
Make sure so when you sell it though, you don't sell it at the pre-open, all right?
Yeah, fair enough,
Or
fair enough.
maybe I understand by then I'm making
Oh,
a
yeah.
wicked play. So
And you come to advanced grow and understand it, you might be then because like I said, the pre-open is
It's
they have some
actually my
pre-open.
favorite time to sell that promise.
Pre-open? Grow has made some pre-open warriors, boy. Some pre-open warriors.
in
Dividend
a here
here.
Favorite time.
in a here try to just see one time answer here. This what
Yeah.
try to tell him what immediately.
Me as him see it, people see it. Well, you use my money J to use a premium, you see it, you understand now. I see Jordy on YouTube asks what's the purple line. I assume you mean this, Jordy. I think premium users have that. You can turn on the trades. So it's the amount of trades that happen. So he was right when he said that no trades happen on the 26th. And then of course trades happen then. So it's amount of trades and there's loads of you can it's an information point, a dot. If you know what you're doing, or depending on how you look at things, you can add that to your little mix, and it can tell you lots of things or not. Some people use it, some people don't. I use it. It tell me all kind of things. I don't know if you guys pay
You know,
attention to it.
you should put some layer of of a product called a dot in it. I don't know exactly how you want to it, but
Yeah.
like something called making it a dot, yeah. Or maybe you want to mark this information somewhere and what it's called is dots. I don't know, but that would be
Yeah.
that'd be very cool, bro. You use that
Like,
word too much for you to not do it.
for me to not do it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's
I have a look at
facts.
the dot report. Yeah.
So
Something.
Yeah, something
Something.
for it. But it does have use. I don't know if you guys pay attention to it. Then
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
yeah.
It makes sense. It
So,
I
Randy,
like visual representations, so yes.
Yeah. And the trades line specifically,
Mm-hmm.
I've taught
No,
how
it
I
being a
use it as
graph
an
makes
indicator
yeah,
at times.
it does a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
It being a graph.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like the heat map for the day.
Also important, yeah. Also important. Yeah, man. You're saying something just now, Shano?
yeah, you probably want to watch out, you know. I see your boy like him has come for a share at the market of my money, J, you know.
I don't know. What I do know is that I put a lot of work into this. So if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it.
Well, fair enough, fair enough. There are certain things that is hard to replicate. Let me ask you, do you
There's
have an
SVL and
API?
then
Do
there's
you
Easy
provide
Easy.
an API
Of
for
course.
my money, J?
Of
See,
course. A lot of times you see things is inspiration people get from me and I inspire a lot of people. mymoneyja.com
believe it.
/B2B.
Seeing.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
sailor, sailor.
It's not as simple as that though, but we do pay for our data. So there is that. There's more or none. Anyway. The line though, well, I don't know how to go too much into the line, but the line, every bit of data here has uses in different situations. And I've
Mhm.
seen people make money from lots of them. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of them. It's not so much a data, it's knowing how to apply data that's important. And when to apply it and when what means something and what doesn't mean something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I perked up when you said that the 52-week low is what you saw that made it going. Because I always looking out for when a data point alerts people to something. Well, since you're on, tell me what else. Tell me another thing that you like. Are you into? It was an interesting one so far.
Yep. Analyze is new. I've not heard JFP in a while, and I've heard Jamaica too much.
Trust me.
Which is funny. I've seen a lot of disappointment around Jamaica recently.
Really? Why?
The price not moving. So it was too close to 7, when the dividend dropped for it to be 7 now. Basically, that's what that's the essence of what I felt. So the price now really moves into dividend announced. So yeah, that's disappointment I've been seeing.
7:01 before the dividend announced, the day before, or is it the day of? Oh no, the announcement. The consideration meeting happened, but the announcement never happened the same day. It happened, I think, a day or two after. And now it's just at 694. I mean, if it's disappointing to some people, that's cool. People can come on if you want to talk about it as much as I'm tired of talking about it. If you want to ask questions or whatever, or about this or anything else, you can send a speaker request while we're still on.
Fine. Go shoot. Okay, I'll check for it. It's fine.
All right. Shano, you were saying something else, something that you actually like.
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of boring stocks, It's not one that many people really trade very often. It's Lab.
I've seen a lot of money in that.
Lab.
Well, there's a lot of money in Lab, but
you know, run the thing there. Run the church.
Yeah, man. Yeah, run the favorite stock, man.
Who do you say is my favorite stock?
I see you on the list, man. What do you mean?
That don't mean it's my favorite stock.
Well,
you've spoken many times around what the top 10 represents and what people think it represents.
True. What it is, I mean, yeah.
He loves it though. It's again, it's around the church. He loves the stock, man. So.
Yeah. And the prices no, and the prices and how the queues look now. Oh, pressure. It's for after how many years it's never been this low. Pressure. Oh no. Broker linked order too, right at the top of the queue. And has been there for a while. A couple of broker linked orders. There's almost like there might be broker linked entities with an interest in ensuring that the price stays at a certain level. Always remind me of Bain's line though. Like, anyway, poverty. I'm not being scared at it, but what about Lab that you like?
I just like the fact that they're going into a space where I don't feel a lot of businesses are fully educated on, and that is having intellectual property.
IP.
I think it's a big move that they're making. Long term wise, I think it will pay off. It's probably on the short term side, the vision might not be there, but they're a dividend paying company. So if you can wait it out, then fortune favors the brave.
And the patient. So you're not worried at all about the bad result from the Q1? It's the first time they've ever reported a Q1 loss.
I mean, well, that makes it even better when things start to turn around, no? Because then the news hit better.
I think so. And you see, yeah, I think so. Did you watch the movie? They premiered one of their films on YouTube. Short film.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah. Clean.
Loved the look, right? The whole time I was watching it, I kept thinking,
for a Jamaican company to do that, I'm like, holy.
Yeah, man. And the talent there is not small, and Kimala herself is no small talent. And you know, as a director, she know her thing, well trained. She have all like, I watch it and I thought, yo, like this is the Jamaican film that we deserve, right? This is how our things deserve to look. Granted, Jamaican filmmaking has always kind of looked good. Belly, as raw a film as it was is still to this day like one of the best technical looking things. And then this first film here has made me wonder about the rest of them that they have. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
True.
If I can, how much I can show. on I don't know much I can show on this because we are on YouTube. I don't know if them have like them copyright stuff. But
What will probably draw a lot of persons' attention is if there was ever an announcement that, one of their movies is on Netflix. That would probably drive great enthuse around it.
that's a secret. There's so much more than Netflix out there. Yeah, but just the look of it, like the look of the whole thing, like these places, and if pub into Kingston, it's just amazingly well shot. Amazingly well shot. I love it, and it's the first of 5, I think, or maybe more. Yeah. So obviously, like you say, I'm a then I say it's my religion. I believe in lab too.
Yeah, you're a believer. Yeah.
Yeah. But if anybody is worried about the recent results and they want to sell, especially because the share price is below the IPO price now, I understand. And DM me if you are also, please. Yeah.
Serious, my brother.
I'll buy. Now, you don't even have to be in the pre-open. I'll buy. Yeah, but it's what it is. Yeah, I do like lab too. Yeah.
So that's it for me. I'll leave it for someone else to jump on. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Have a
Thank
good
you very
night.
much. I asking you one last thing though, on our actual topic. How you feel about the bond market? The newly launched one and current bonds on the JSE.
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of like Shay. I don't know enough about buying bonds, and based on what you guys talked about earlier, I think it's now is the opportunity to learn a lot more, because I believe there will be opportunity on the market for trading something that not many people fully understand. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also, you mentioned dividends earlier. If you like that sort of repeated payment, that the bonds on the market give the best payments. We have amazing bonds on our market that for the first time anybody can just buy. If you have a broker account, you can just buy. Better than keep. Literally, I said, if you have the money in a savings account, you're literally better off putting it in a brokerage account and buying one of the bonds. You want we have US dollar bonds on the market too.
That was my next question. Are all the bonds in JMD?
No, we have USD bonds also.
Seeing.
Yeah, it's a
good look. It's a good look. Can't argue with that.
All right, well, consider it. And thank you. And like I say, I have to throw in the ad. So come the advanced grower, and the advanced grower, we're touching that one, and I will certainly ensure that you know more. You too can become a pre-open warrior.
All right, looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
have a good one. Cheers.
Big up. She look like she duck out for a second. That how you feel? How you feel about the
About the, no, man, I'm here.
How you feel? Oh, you're still there. Okay. How you feel about the I thought at first that he was going to say it's a like an inner quarter move, but like that it's not an inner quarter move for him. Not that there's anything wrong with inner quarter moves, but yeah, inner quarter moves.
For people, JFP, actually I liked it, but again I have to do my checks because me and JFP have a thing there. We had good times and we had too much bad times. So
you have the same conviction.
Yeah, I want some confirmation on the things he sees. But again, he has a conviction because he's seen and heard and whatever. Yeah.
So. I love that too. You see the
growth thing. That's what I find.
As small as that is, that's the market.
Is anyone going to care?
Market.
Yeah, is anyone going to care? People going to care, shit. Don't worry. In time, people will care. People will care in time in a certain way. But what you saying just out that
that's the market. That is the market. That is the real market. A man does he pay attention to the right thing. When everybody's when people like me come on every week and say, JFP, them do not work, man. I'm tired of this foolishness. I'll sell the shares because I'll know them not do what they actually having JFP shares left. I'm sure I do. Well, I'm not sure, but I feel like I do. me check.
If you have someone, me buy some from you know.
I'm not seeing any right now. Probably have something on account. Very likely. But yeah, I mean, every week me I cuss and I say whatever with JFP because I not seen him doing work and he's heard. If I never had these feelings around JFP because seeing them not do whatever in the time, this Melissa will be Melissa to me was an obvious. Oh, JFP makes some money, I know. But my immediate thought is, but JFP they should have made money right now, right? so well, you know, he the same thing, but he's done his checks and he believes it and he buys when the 52-week low, everything look good. So
yeah,
if
yo,
things
can you imagine?
Work out as he believes, as he knows, then.
And he making some plays. I like that. I can tell his. I think I can tell his investment style, which is a great one when it works. You have conviction about something, you're in it already, and then hit the 52-week low. So you get an opportunity. Yeah, man. You see the difference? I tell people this all the time at growing up. Anybody else looking at it and thinking it's a bad thing.
52-week low is sirens, bro. Boy, the bomb
My
just
thing is,
dropped.
if you don't feel like buying more, then you really shouldn't own it.
It should still be there, right?
Yeah, man. No, if you don't see it drop and feel like, oh yeah, I want some more.
But Shay, whatever that is a real feeling, you know. When this 52-week low drop, and you're at the point of this is the lowest it's been in a year. And I see trade, and we start fretting more. The reality of that, the reality of that is, you know, John, should I said already? Because it's now at a new low. Everywhere for the last year, I could have said it, and I would have been higher. But don't get me, yes, so. No, man. If you're at the world's end, but if you're on the flip side, 2 week is a good thing. You know, in many cases, 2 weeks is a good thing. Many cases. I remember. Did he put it there? A couple years back. So it's fine. I think it's fine to talk about no. But I can't remember if you had put it on, if you had put it in the girl group, or we had a conversation here about it. When you had checked around amount of stocks that closed a year higher than their 52-week low, or higher.
Yeah, I've never said it. I've never said it here.
You also check the lowest.
I've never said it here. I've never said it here.
I've never said it here.
I've never said it here. I've never said it here. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. And I tried to. We give away more than enough. We'll give away more than enough. Give away more than enough. That one. I still think about it. I still think about it. I still see it. I've acted on it. It's still. It's still strangely easy. And I don't. I've learned that maybe you should gatekeep some things. so I tend to give away everything. I give away so much, and so I pay the price for it a lot. So maybe I gatekeep some things, because that one is strangely. Yeah, don't give that one away. But
it does make sense. To me, it doesn't even strange, but it does make sense. It's just not the thing I think about. It just makes sense.
It takes conviction, though.
It takes a lot of conviction, because
it takes a lot of conviction.
I'm not gonna explain it, because I don't explain the full. So
yeah, and I hate doing that to people. I don't want like half talk about it and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sorry, people, for that. But yeah. Well, yeah. Wow. Anybody else want to jump on? Anything you want to ask out? Want to talk about? You know, it don't have to be the bonds, but you know, play your play your doing, play your plan to do. While I wait on that, I'll say something to that. I mean, I always mention in JSE, but I really do like. I hope that there's some money going to JSE for these bonds, and for completely selfish reasons. Like, it's a significantly large amount of money that's just there. That like it's like you hear. It's like, you know what? It's like the new leg Trans Jamaica. It's like an entirely new line of business that has opened up. It's like an entirely new line of business that has opened up. an entirely new revenue line. And like when I first started, I was like, yo, why aren't more people excited? And I remember kind of like what she was saying a while ago, like, will it matter? It's an annoying thing sometimes. Will something matter? For that one, meaning the bonds and JSE's revenue point, I don't think it will matter to people yet until they see like the sustained
see it and hear, so
impact
that's
of
why.
it. Yeah. Until they see like the sustained impact of it.
That's true. It's a lot of things, though.
No, definitely.
Doesn't matter in the beginning, or it doesn't matter to many people until later.
So maybe it's too late.
I mean, no, because I wouldn't necessarily say you miss it.
Yeah. In fact, I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of the miss it. There's always something else there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of the miss it. There's always something else out there. But knowing why you're
Exactly.
going in is extremely important upfront because of that. Yeah.
What are you going in there for?
Yeah. And if anybody else have anything else, or if you guys excited about nothing for the end of the quarter? I mean, you guys being you, Shay, than I. Trying nothing.
Excited. I thought more last time, so I'm not out again. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing, the certain announcement I saw, like, in this dividend, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes, I think it's over 4% or so. Yeah, I think it's over 4% yield.
4.69.
I thought it was I was actually very, very surprised.
I was looking if it was a typo. If it was 2 more zeros. And I was like, no, this
like, are we missing some zeros?
Right?
Or
yeah, massive
zero?
yield. That single dividend alone is 14.4% of all the dividends they've ever paid. Yeah, massive dividend. Wow.
And new times for them too. Good money running.
We got Vishnu.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. You said new money running.
Not good money running. I mean, we're about to see the long storied foreign on what it looks like.
Meaning the Ragnet, am I saying that right? The Ragneseron, the federal Regeneron or whatever, yeah. The drug that they've gotten passed for the FDA, as in the money is running for that now.
But
we're about to see it.
We're about to start seeing it soon. So yeah. But this event is the same as the last one, but still big. It's big, man.
Yeah.
But at a time where things will get interesting and more eyes, the public eyes will be there now, I suspect. And then also are they gonna do the things with all? Are they gonna do the thing that everybody wants them to do? That kind of thing. More really make that big money there now, and so.
Yeah, well, they're doing one of the first big things, guys. I saw it. I was like, wait, that can't right. 4.7% yield. Matter of fact, it got I love this market,
Yes. It's the thing I saw, bro. it's why I laughed at bro. I was like, yeah, but wow, wait, what?
Yeah, the price drop. Biggest dividend ever. Price drop. Well, not biggest dividend ever, but massive dividend.
No, same dividend as last year, but
yeah, but
big,
massive dividend yield.
Stock price.
Yeah, 4% yield, and wow, price was to drop. Uh, And this is one of those GK companies.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is it though? Or is it the GK have any large amount
GK
of
listed
shares
it.
in it?
GK listed it.
Yeah, I know it is a. GK was the listing broker,
As far as I remember.
but they don't seem to have any heavy stake.
What's their
No.
association? Why do I associate them with GK? Like in my mind.
GK
I believe because it's
Investments.
in there.
GK
Because
Investments.
they're the listing broker. GK Investments
Because
are a big
GK
piece.
Investments used to have a heavy stake in them up to the end of their last financial year, meaning in this last financial year, October.
Mm-hmm.
GK had what was the second largest shareholder, but now, as of the first
It's
quarter of
changed.
this year, they're out of the top 10. They're gone.
All right.
Yo, why do I associate WorldNet with GK? Key? Was there something there? Did they have a large stake in?
I don't know.
I
And
know.
WorldNet,
I
this
typed
isn't the
something.
usual WorldNet that we see either.
I thought something around thing. I thought something around key in my mind.
I don't know. So WorldNet,
Hey, GK was a broker on the listing.
yeah, I don't. I don't know why I know WorldNet is not. I don't know.
I think of the key rights issue, and I remember something around WorldNet. I don't
Around
remember exactly
WorldNet?
what it was. WorldNet, something to do with that. Keys rights issue. WorldNet was in that conversation in my mind. I can't remember exactly, but maybe they were part of the top 10 or something.
Maybe. It maybe. I'm thinking so. No, but I was way back.
Mm-hmm.
Way back. It's after GK bought them. What I want to pressure it. That in this dividend though is worth mentioning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning. I don't know if it makes them actually the best. If it's the best dividend so far this year. I think it may be. I'm not so sure. I think it may be. Yeah, I think it's a number one immediately. With a yield of 4 point odd, yeah. Because before that it was Epley.
Mm-hmm.
And before that it would have been Epley.
Yeah, we can do the filter, right? We should be able to.
Yeah, not against that kind of yield though. But off here, like I've been checking here. Epley PBS, Carreras, Lab, GHL, CPFV, Sterling, Jamaica Producers, and General Accident, GNAC, and an NCB in number 10. But number one being Epley, and that's 2.78%. But Indies right off the bat with 4 point odd% jumps to the top of that. I don't think they're gonna finish the year at number one though, but Indies, I think they'll certainly finish the year in the top 10 though. Top 10 dividends for the year. They don't usually have more than one payment, do they?
I think they did 2 one time.
Like 2 in a year?
Yeah.
But for the last few years, it seems it's just been one. 2026 is this one. 2025 is just one. 2024 is just one. 2023 is one. 2022 is just one. No, it looks like a once a year company.
One a year
Really?
thing.
Yeah, it looks like a one a year. And from 2019, every year is a single payment. And well, this might be a sign of things to come. I say could be a sign of it.
Put cats down below IPO price.
That is
You don't
a
say.
major thing. Wow.
I'm so shocked.
I asked somebody about that last night, Shay, and them say advanced girl. Them say, I asked if what is happening now is what they predicted, and their response was they're surprised it took this long. So apparently they were waiting on it to get to where it is now. 87 cents. So below the IPO price of 90 cents per share.
How low did it go this week?
It has traded as low as 80 cents.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think last week Wednesday.
I'm so very shocked.
No, not last week,
Who
sorry.
would have thought?
Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday traded at as low as 80 cents. But hey, you don't believe in it?
Who get that 80 cent the door?
Yeah, you don't believe in the pallets thing though?
Oh yeah, man.
You
I
kind of
believe in
believe.
them.
You believe.
Yeah, I like the company. I just
Exactly. Come on.
the thing
Good
is,
company.
for me, it truly could have got two way. I think this was the more likely way. But I think that and to be clear, I don't think it's done at all. I don't want people to feel like I'm being negative around it or anything. But
Yeah.
in fact, to me,
Anybody think it done?
we've long hinted around this being the thing and this being a positive spin for people that want some shares.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can buy the thing cheaper than it was a couple of you could have skipped the whole IPO process, did something else with your money, and then come back and still buy shares for less
Without
than
being a
IPO.
director.
Yeah, same thing.
But it's cool.
Oh yeah, I mean the
Different
allocation
people have
was a good
different
scream, right? Was a good
different
the
people have
allocation was a
different
good thing, right?
goals and
Yeah, exactly that.
tolerance and them thing there. I know don't tolerate the big drop there still. So
Yeah, me neither. I did
yeah.
kind of expect this though at this stage, just from looking at the allocations.
Allocation was a big sign around. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Saw that allocation, and I always remind you people, it's something I said for years. I tweeted it out years ago and I still sticking to it. If you like a stock that's IPOing, you should want to get very tiny allocation. You should want to get like single digits business. I think is what I said in the tweet. Yeah, that's what you should want to get that. You don't want
part of the flipper mafia.
yeah. But that led to an interesting conversation to last night, which was around like what this means for IPOs just going forward, general. Because I thought this IPO was.
Oh yeah, so to be clear, I wanted to be the flipper's dream. I wanted to this is an a warm bite. I wanted a thin allocation and yeah man, this like a jump and all the nights the brokers buying up, hitting the breaker. I wanted that. But the allocation was a special cold water.
Yeah, that heavy allocation was. I mean,
it made that idea more of a hope than an expectation for me.
Yeah, if you don't know your allocation, for some reason you don't know your allocation, you should, but if you don't, you can go check it out on My Money JA, this tool, and you can add it to your My Money JA portfolio same time. So if you use 100 grand just to make it clear, and you applied for 100, if you applied with 100 grand, you got 83,132 shares, and you're getting a refund at 25 grand. That's a heavy allocation. That in itself should tell you something. If the demand is sated that early in the process, then the demand is sated that early in the process. And it doesn't mean that the company is bad, doesn't mean it's terrible. But going back to the conversation that I said that it encouraged, it spoke to, was then well, let me not go through all that process. But going back to the conversation, it spurred was, what does this what do IPOs look like in future? Like what is almost, because if you remember before Woodcats, people are kind of just bored with IPO, them done with it. I'm in a business, when I really apply. What does it look like now? Like what will has that changed, or will this just make more the same? Because so me get what I thought was a good allocation, we get some money out of the Woodcats, but a week later here I am at a loss. Does that turn off the
The
retail
thing is,
investing public?
I actually expect that. I think people are not necessarily happy. I've not really gotten any feedback from anybody around it, but I think it's the kind of thing that I would expect to cause that. I bought it and when I check it, especially when I checked at a point, when I just checked after right off at least it was up, and now I hearing, oh, my shares are down. I think the real patience is for people. A man might say in long term it can vex, and until it wasn't a good idea until it made money again, and then suddenly he was the smartest guy in the room.
I was buying it the whole time.
That's true. As I say, everybody long term, when the short term play don't work out. Yeah, but in real life, I don't know. I wonder but again, I have thought that there is damage done just to the investing public's idea of what an IPO should provide, because people have this dream in their mind of, I want to buy it at $1 and it jumped to $3 overnight, or 2 days or 3 days. And that used to happen. But I don't know if any real energy has been put into understanding why that used to happen and what used to happen there. Because if that's not being repeated, it's not going to happen. It's not, the share price don't move by magic. It's not magic. And unless, and I don't see any broker willing to do what used to be done. No. Brokers even really seem to like the market, to be honest. So it doesn't mean there isn't money to be made in IPOs, but it's it's going to look different, I think. Yeah, it's going to look different. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that. And then, I don't want us to go forever, so I will wrap pretty quickly, because I don't think anybody else has any other questions either. But you have any thoughts on that?
On Woodcats?
On the Woodcats, on the IPOs in general, like what they look like going forward. Because if this was the exciting IPO, the most exciting one we've seen.
Prospectus, I was so moved. So
imagine that.
But I also feel like the excitement is largely tied to. So here's the funny thing. I was about to say that there hasn't been one in a while, but I remember the equity was yesterday.
Yeah, but I mean that never ended, right? Well, it ended badly.
Exactly. So I cannot say there wasn't one in a while. So visible. It also possibly felt like more than just a company that it's more easy to understand in a way than equity. Remember the questions around equity. People were asking if companies like this exist. People were asking, they're treating like, oh, what is this thing? This now we do pallets, we sell pallet. That's what people need to hear.
The sell pallet, and then suddenly everybody understand that. I see, for example, Yannick on YouTube say, "What about the capacity to supply carb cement when the recovery boom hits? Export markets open up for cement." Where you get that from, Yannick? Those bags need pallets. Funny thing is, export markets two export markets might open up for cement. Maybe.
But I would ask the same question. What about it?
Yeah, I think people are thinking. How I hear people talk about it is I don't think that the company started a while ago.
Not even that. How people think. So I don't even think we're comparing. I read something like that. My thought would be, what are you trying to? It feels to me like you're making a relationship between that, what you just said, and the price. Am I correct?
And I think
Like,
I think the
is it
person is
like
Yannick. I think Yannick is,
yeah?
which is a common
I
thing.
think I think Yannick is saying, why would the price be though when I can say this good thing about it?
Well, Yannick, you're about to learn, my brother. You can say many good things about it. That don't set the share price.
That don't move the price.
Yeah, that don't move the price at all. That don't matter at all. In terms of the share price, I know that's not common. Well, who cares if it's common? Like the reality is it don't matter.
I'll tell you, it don't matter. I put it in its place. How much that matter? I'm
True.
The price being down might not be one of those, the thing Yannick is saying, the capacity for one. So it's not even a matter of this is a done deal kind of situation. The thing I'm thinking about is not realized, and also it's not right now, right? So you're asking the market to price in this thing that don't happen yet, and is at best a possibility. If you believe those things, then you know what to do, right? You know exactly what to do. If you think, if you're looking at it and saying, I can say these things about it, and I feel like it should be more than IPO price because of these things. Well, you know what to do.
Then.
How much you believe that? Look in your wallet and say, how much you believe that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Potential still has to contend with supply and demand.
The potential energy is not motion.
Yeah, that too.
Ooh.
So I feel John Patel will say, I'm gonna buy some. Or buy some.
Did he? If anybody wants to cancel a speaker request, it's the last.
So,
The last one.
Wait. Okay, I thought I was hearing some background. I thought it was Phil. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know. Well, I don't say.
Sorry, Phil.
Yeah, your bubbles.
I hear somebody's background. That's what. Or something is playing on my computer. What are them?
But yeah, that's the painful thing that people learn or don't learn or ignore cause, but the reality is the reality is what the reality is.
Yeah. The thing about Buffett, the market is not a valuation machine, it's a voting machine. So you believe that. You want everybody to believe that. you want everybody to say, I believe that enough to spend my money upon that line.
Rupert.
So it starts with you. So if you believe that, do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And there's value in being early. If you are right and you buy now, then when it moves, then you make your money, right? So
yeah, well, you need that conviction. You see, like the gentleman earlier, Shane, talking about the JFP. Yeah, how many people would hear that? Yo, your stock is at the lowest price it has been in a year, and go, oh wow, let me go and buy some.
I need more.
Not even that. He's speaking. Here's a big to me, in Shane was saying. He came to us speaking about a play he's already making. He's not asking us if we believe in JFP enough for him to make a move. Tell us about do this thing and he must want to understand.
I'm gonna get them shares.
How we never get these shares? Me did not go for. I was trying to get a good amount of the units that fly today at a nice price for me. Close to the 52, as close to the low as possible as I could get, because I couldn't get some yesterday. How that never. So it wasn't a
What do you think about
JFP?
Yeah, no. Which is a conversation I don't mind either. I like when people come to those conversations, but I just don't want them to stop there.
Exactly. I think there's a big difference in the psychology around that. Let's say Yannick said, I think people are missing the value give you Lucas a year. Then if you believe that, you know what to do.
Yep.
And I think it's a, again, I like the company. I think there's a good amount of value there.
Mhm.
But I also didn't buy the IPO.
Oh boy. No, you can get the discounts if you choose to, if you so choose to.
Mm-hmm. If you think it's undervalued, then that's where the profit is, eh? There, I think there's a reason we don't have that. We never have that conversation. Boys, it's too low. You're telling me what a deal, bro.
What you
Like,
mean?
I don't think we've ever come on here and be like,
It's
yo,
too low. Nah.
people seeing this, the price is so low. Why is it not? No. You're telling me my money can be well spent. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
Same thing. People are missing the value. Give Woodcats a year.
So
I
that means you
suspect.
have a year to buy.
Yeah, I
Yep.
suspect all three of us
Exactly
agree
that.
with you, Yannick. Yeah. People
So
always
just
miss the value, but the
just
market
make them
can
miss
be
the
wrong.
value as long as you
Yeah.
don't.
Exactly.
And this is where the win is. We can't be talking about the win like it's bad. You're telling me I want to make 100%, 200%, or whatever nice number. I want to make 200 grand off of this investment I'm doing. But prices on the market are too low. Exactly. It's right there. And that's how you make that's how you make the money. You find the thing that's too low, and then when the people can see it and spend accordingly, you then buying it from. So if you believe it, then one thing to do.
Yep. Well, I won't stretch it too long. I hope people have liked the episode. I feel like there's one thing I wanted to mention, but I can't remember it. I mean, as soon as we're done, I click end.
Of
It
course,
will
you're going
immediately
to
come to
remember.
me. Of course. I'm hoping that it comes to me before then, but I mean, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Either way, I'm happy that the market is bigger now. Oh well, I don't think this is it, but this is an easy thing I wanted to just an easy way to look at that idea that I was putting out earlier about JSE and the bond market. The the market cap of the junior market, the entire junior market is 136 billion as of today. Right now, it's 136 billion. The 16 bonds that they listed on the bond market is 600 odd billion. Just consider what that means. If JSE earns off a percentage of that, just consider what that means. Yeah, that's the thing that I was thinking about earlier. I wanted a way to compare them.
We've always said how much bigger the debt market is. Yeah?
Exactly.
Just typically, there's so much on the back of the. This is almost arguably the debt more easily touches public funds than equity. You have if like most companies aren't listed, but they borrow money from the bank, and the banks borrow money from the government. It cascades. We see that, and then the government borrows money from us. So we see a part of that. We see a part of that. The hidden layer, the things that we can't touch from an equity side. We almost always have to see piece of it on in the debt market. So yeah, it's just going to be bigger. One of them
Big
things.
up JC.
Every time.
Exactly. Yeah. Agreed. As a shareholder, agreed.
JC is basically Reddington, I swear. Like, I forget piece of the money.
Firing mine.
Anything I go on him, I have to get piece.
Yannick said keen investors in JFP should look into Steelcase and their deal with Total Office.
Yannick, keen investors should check whether or not Total Office and JFP have anything to do with each other.
Yeah.
You don't want to walk into that hole. They say that they bought 30%.
I can't see it all now.
I can't see it yet. Yeah, keen investors should check the audited results for them and see if you've ever seen, and they said that 2-3 years ago, see if you've ever seen them report an associate stake or speak about their associate Total Office that they said they've bought. But yeah, 3 years ago we did see the steel case link also. I think we said it on BrickTalk or earnings season back then. But you want to make sure you're not looking at the shiny thing and end up missing the important thing. I thought, just in case. Just in case. Yo, it's so funny though. You see the importance of that? Because if somebody looking at the research and they look back and see that they bought 30%, and then you're paying attention to that thing that they said that they bought 30% of, and you see that thing doing better, it's going to influence you to think that, oh, well, damn, this thing must be a steal then, right? Or there must be some good to come. Like that's the sort of thing that on the US market that leads to lawsuits and all of that stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rightly so, I think, because it really bothered me. It still bothers me.
And the truth is, it's not even a US market point. It should lead to a lawsuit, or it could. To me, it sounds like something a lawyer would tell me, say, yeah, that makes sense. If I say, is there a lawsuit? Is this lawsuit worthy?
Yeah. Well, if you bought it on the basis of the announcement made by the then chairman in the annual report of the company, then yeah, I would think so.
I wouldn't even go that far. I also say if I'm an owner of the company and my chairman in an official notice says something to me like that, and that's word versus action, they're not aligning. Something's wrong there.
That's true.
Yeah, putting the fire as usual.
Yeah, that is true. But hey, because I used to own JFP and I might own some again. Melissa stock. Who knew?
Indeed.
I remember the hurricane was happening. I was like, yo, somebody please just go over the Starbucks and broke up everything. I said it in my mind. I didn't say anybody to do it. But I was just hoping, please, mash up a KFC, mash up a Starbucks, please.
Melissa handled it. No.
But I don't know if Melissa did damage, not KFC.
What?
Everybody know the Melissa and say, wait the point.
Yeah, but there was there any real Melissa damage to any KFC?
Well, yes. Okay, I'll check.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm genuinely asking.
No. I think so. I think I saw something like that as well.
I know Black River KFC. I remember seeing Black River KFC reopen very quickly, and that we know would have been one of the hardest hit. Well, you'd expect to be one of the hardest hit.
No one did move. Well, where it is, I was basically when I went down there and saw that it was one of the least damaged areas. I was like, yo, KFC. Them tell KFC where town I go.
KFC,
so KFC just put like I joked about it, but
yeah, I don't know. And then I remember I was hoping also, again, hoping not that anybody would be hurt, but this is just things we're talking about, not people. The Starbucks on Bottom Road in Mobe, but I don't think that was terribly damaged either. Yeah. And
I'd have to check.
Melissa not own no stocks. Well, Melissa own Atlantic.
Oh yeah.
And Carib Cement. And
Mm-hmm.
CHL if she's smart. Yeah. Last one I'll ask, what you guys feel about that Palace thing? I see Palace saying that they closed the Mobe office but they're not close the Mobe theater, but they're open to a set of investors coming in and they'll supply content and you run the thing. So I don't think they call it
I
a
see.
franchise model, but I mean, I know it sounds like a franchise model.
That's what it sounds like to me. But okay. Uh, I have to look into what trends are globally or something. But yeah, I've never been into going to movie theaters.
Is there no movie theater for you?
No,
Word.
me like have a remote.
True. Pause and go bathroom. It's funny how that has changed over the years. I don't know if I still
Oh, really? I
want
really like going.
to the movies.
If I really if a movie if I know it's a big movie for me, I want to go to
Mhm.
the theater to watch it.
I can see that. I'm thinking like that. Like I wanted to see the what's that one that was you have to see it in IMAX if it's available or whatever. It's
Oh, Dune,
about
bro.
no, well Dune too. But funny enough, I'll come back to Dune. The one I'm thinking about is Oppenheimer as a
Oh,
film.
okay.
If you like film, I love film. So I want to see it that way. But as somebody who loves film, I've watched most of my films on a smaller screen. I've had nice enough
Oh,
TV now,
same. But
and I watched Dune on my TV and I like it. And I thought, specifically Dune I watched, and I thought, I don't really feel like I missed the theaters for Dune. And Dune was great. But so I started wondering.
I did watch Dune on computer screen, but if I have a certain level of anticipation around a movie, I want to watch it in theaters.
Yeah, I don't know. 10 years ago, it was definitely theaters. No, I'll pay. I'll pay the fee and watch it on whichever service has it.
Oh
Meaning
yeah,
like
I do it. I definitely still do that, but yeah, thing there. I want to go theaters and watch. When I anticipate a movie at a certain degree, I want to go theaters.
yeah, but more go bathroom and don't miss nothing. Not the problem that.
Yeah, man. And suppose the line, but I don't want to hear it again.
And also sometimes closed caption. Yeah, or what? Yeah, yeah. It's a changed world. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I not knocking it, not knocking it at all.
But I definitely get what you're saying.
But
Like
I do
to
think
be
that I
immersed
do.
in it, you need the theater to be like
No,
fully
no,
immersed.
no. Don't get me wrong there at all. There's something about the theater for me. That's really it.
Yeah,
It might even be like a nostalgia thing, or just
probably.
brain program that way in that way. But
Never been my thing though.
I know I'm definitely a movie kid.
I think
movie theater kid.
as
Yeah,
as, as a
I have
child,
so much
I
good
grew up
memories
in a
around that.
movie house. I grew up in a house where a lot of people were into movies. Like it was a movie house. Like my grandma's house, there's a whole. You know how you have bookshelves? Yeah, we had books on shelves, but there was also a shelf, like shelves for
DVDs
VHS.
and VHS.
And wow, full of cassette.
Yeah, man.
I
A
grew up on
whole
cassette,
wall, a
bro.
whole
I have a box
like
in that
a
next
section of
room
the wall
full of cassette.
full of with VHS, right?
Let's say.
And VHS in the rooms, and bro, my grandfather even had the cleaner, like movie
Yes,
thing with
same,
serious in
same.
my house.
Yes,
See?
yes,
so,
yes, same.
so
As in the VHS cleaner.
yeah.
Yes, yep. The thing for me. I don't understand it. Lion King came out. I watched Lion King in theaters for the first time. I was very
Bro,
young.
there was a book in which my auntie kept track of the VHS tapes.
It came out in
Word.
1994.
Yeah, man.
I was born in 1993. I don't know how I watched that movie and became my favorite movie. I watched and I remember that whole movie. I was one. Oh. To the point my parents had the cassette and watched it so much times after that.
Word. Oh yeah, I watched it in theaters too, Lion King as young too, but I
I was
it was my
one.
favorite. It
How
was
do
a
I
big deal.
how do I
Yeah,
remember that
that's why.
experience?
I know Disney. This
It
the
might
first
even be
time
my
the Disney
earliest
magic hit here.
it might actually be the earliest memory I can recall.
Really, of the Lion King.
Because I can't think of anything when I was 1 year old that can that can say, oh, this was happening. Or like maybe someone else eating porridge in the baby chair. But that's one of those memories for me. it's really early, where I can actually remember that. And it's years later, I realize it's 1994. How can I remember that exactly like 1 year after I was born?
Word.
Yeah.
The big screen print in your brain.
So yeah, I have so much memories of that, just that experience that it's something for me.
Well. Well, I don't. I have good theater experience. Like I said, I love
I
film.
can't not the watering down of that experience. It's just not a thing for people as much anymore.
Yeah, I noticed that I didn't miss it, and I used to go to the movies by myself sometimes. Like I'd go and watch something. Like if I really want to watch a
me too.
movie, I'd go watch it by myself. Yeah, because
but even for me, then that's a big turning point for real, because I no longer make a strong effort after movies I don't watch there. It would just have to be that movie where in there, and then even sometimes it becomes like probably a social thing where me and my friends read the book for it, so I forgot watch it together there. So maybe that's it. But even for me, somewhat watered down. Where most of my movies I'm watching on the computer. I'm not moving for that. So rough for them. What's the thing that would change that for them? How do they bring people to the theaters? I know it's still very much an event type of thing for Jamaica. Oh, you and a girl want to go to and nothing else to do. I'm gonna party.
like a
Then
social
sure.
thing. Yeah,
What's wrong with thing?
I don't know. Shay, what would
Even
make
you
you
go
go
there,
to
no,
the theater now?
Pardon?
What would make you go to the theater now?
Oh, no.
Snuggle. Snuggle.
No.
I used to like the hot dogs. I think they've changed because I used to like the hot dogs. There's a lot in the thing there. The Portmore
the
one
experience.
To me, the Portmore is the best one. It doesn't feel the way Carib does.
Mhm.
Carib is its own building that's dedicated to it, so you walk through it and whatever. But when I go Carib, I get we don't have that. I used to think that the nuggets on the Carib menu were fake. Like I've never gone there and had nuggets.
Yo,
And tell me say don't. I must say allow that. No,
I
serve that.
used to go to the OT theater to just buy things, to just buy stuff in there. Like I'm not going to
Yeah.
no movies. I
Oh,
just
you
go
just go in
there
and buy
because
the
I'm
food?
Remember COVID?
Yeah.
They were saying food and people were going for the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the different kind of oil and the different popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a lot of movie theater memories. I used to go to the original Portmore theater. When I was in school, I used to go there, and it's been years. Like I say, friend up the lady I work there, so I've watched a lot of movies in that place for near free or free. And I also understood why they went out of business, because we watched a lot of movies there, and it was just us. It was just us. In fact, I remember once, I didn't realize it at the time, but we were walking past. I would joke with a girl there that work at the front, and she looked disappointed. I said, "What?" And she's like, "Well, I think they don't want to go home. It's like, if you guys come in, then we have to show the movie." I said, "Wait, hold on." It didn't click to me. It didn't click to me
No,
that they don't.
it would not have clicked to me.
Oh
my
wait,
God.
it's just us. Like, yeah, if you guys come, if you don't, like, they never have a late show that night. So if you don't come, we can go home early because there's no late show that night. But if you come inside, and sometimes it's just 1 hour or 3 hours or whatever. If you go inside, them have to show the movie. So turn on the big expensive machine and
You're
heat
like
up
those
the
people going at the close when the restaurant are about to close, and you're just like,
I mean, if I go in before it closes, no. But to be fair, if you're going before it closes, I'm going before it closes. Yeah, that's different though. Yeah, if I go in, if you say open, you open, right? But that wasn't like us doing anything. It was, we didn't even want to go that day. We were just saying hi to her. But I did go to a lot of movies there, and I understand why they went out of business, because I watched Matrix 3 there. I think Matrix 3 was the first movie I watched there that had a lot of people. Every other one.
If it's one thing though, they need to enforce that silence thing.
Good luck. Good luck.
It's too
Wait,
often.
what's the-
I know when I go in the theater and it's too full. I mean, like, it ram.
Mm-hmm.
I could be hearing too much other people talking, and there's
Yeah.
gonna be a guy that think he's funny and he want to make joke.
Yeah.
I said, boss, shut up, cause
Please, yeah, please.
me I try to
please.
hear the movie.
Yeah. So I don't miss the experience at all. That's the thing I tell you. I used to go for the film, so I go because
If
it's
it's
the
too big a
it's the
movie,
best
I feel like I
presentation.
don't go. So I don't think I watch a Marvel movie there because
Word.
too much people go there. I want to. I used to make sure I got every single one, but last times I go, I'm not hearing the movie because why
You
is
hear
that
everybody
over
else.
I see. Yeah, man, that might be worse.
Shut him
Yeah,
again.
that might see. There's none of that at my house.
What
I
is
hear
that?
everything that said.
Oh, Lord.
And the truth is, if me get up and I go on, then we can rewind the movie. I go back. I don't again try and say put a bad on Netflix. So I said the tax are gonna bring back theaters.
But the
Netflix
tax are
tax.
bring back theaters. The tax are bring back.
How long
According to Twitter,
before?
bro.
Like, what's the timeline like between? Oh, it's big in the US and it's big here, and it's here now, or it's being shown here.
For
Shown here.
films,
Yeah.
sometimes their films
Yeah,
are shown in Jamaica before
simultaneous release. Yeah.
simultaneous, or sometimes if it's big, sometimes it's simultaneous. And I've watched movies in Jamaica before they're available in America. The schedule isn't
That's
always
awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's
The schedule
pretty
isn't always the same. Yeah, and then for some things it's like opening days, like the big Marvel movie available that date, whenever.
Everybody at
There
the same
was a
time.
time when it was
I know.
delayed more, and then now I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they went digital. So
Digital, yeah. The film not saying put a banana boat again.
exactly. So it is what it is. But I mean, you pay the $25. You pay the $25.
Yeah,
US
I don't rang at all. I don't rang at all.
And you get to keep it. If you buy it, you get to keep it. You pay more, but if you buy it, you get to keep it. Yeah, so hey, why not?
Can
Boy.
pause. Can run it back.
Exactly. Can go bathroom.
Yeah.
And the popcorn is much cheaper in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a popcorn guy. So
Me
I
neither, but I
love
mean, whatever.
popcorn.
You can get the bad dog. Buy the bad dog at the
Yeah.
supermarket.
Yeah, you get the bad dog.
I
Yeah.
don't rang at all. I do. It's like I want if I can get the nachos.
Mhm.
And nobody
Then
not talk about
they've
the
won.
show, you know?
But the truth is that's funny. I just said that when I know say more than one time I've had nachos in my house. So I can't say no to that. I can't find it for real.
They had the nachos though. That's completely different.
Oh yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't find that.
Let's try some nachos and cheese. I'm not a nachos and cheese guy, man. I'm the salsa.
Yeah, man, a real movie.
I know them better
Man,
start
yeah,
giving
man.
some
I
tickets
used
to
to even
some
buy the thing that
influencers or something. I don't know.
the
Make it cool
those
again.
sweeties. They have the sweeties that I have in the package. I only see them in pharmacies and at the theater. I don't know where they come from. I've never checked.
Smarties
From some
or
Trinidad,
something like
bro.
that.
No, man, they have those. It's different. It's not one thing. They have more than one. So like you have some gummy rings and you have some gummy beers, but they're all the same packaging. I think the island is the thing. There's an island. I don't know if it's a Caribbean product. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I only see them at the theater in pharmacies. I never see anybody eat them anywhere else. I never go to a stall and see them anywhere. But in the theaters, I think it's gummy rings. They have
Very
thing there.
interesting.
The peach rings. They have what do you call it? Those little. Wow, what's the
Gummy
name of those?
worms.
They have gummy worms too, but they have there's what?
They have the like some
Raisinets.
like
There's a time when they
different
never a lot, but you
animals.
can get
Those
raisinets.
ones.
I don't believe in raisinets, bro. I don't believe in that.
It was a movie snob. I got a movie for fine dining.
Damn right. You're going to do it well.
Yeah, no, so yeah, in the
I
have
respect that. I respect
yeah.
that.
I should point out. Let me end on this though. I mean, obviously, as I said at MMJ, we're still adding and clearing up how the JSE displays the data for the bonds and what the data really is. But that point they made that around yield to maturity, so we do have that. We have it for all the bonds actually. So instead of showing PE for them, we show the yield to maturity. And again, not just for the JSE bonds, I believe it should be there for all of the bonds, so including the corporate ones. Yeah, so hopefully, I mean, part of being a mature market, I'm hoping to get there, help us get there even more. So all in good time, all in good stead, hopefully. And of course, I still like our regular bond market. I still eating a food. If I can, every now and then, you get something. You can take on to put a little order in the queue and see if somebody will sell it at 99 instead of 1. And every now and then, yeah, somebody want to get out to them and take a little less, and you get a little more. There it is, happened with the burrito one a couple, weeks ago. But yeah, this is what it is. Anyway, I won't carry us too long. I give Danai time, everybody has time to go watch some movies. Danai, get yourself a nice big TV or check out Amazon for the.
Bro, you see my screens, man.
Yeah, I know, you know. I know if you don't eat, if you eat nachos with salsa, then I know you think up. but check out like a short throw projector before you do that.
Oh, that.
Yeah, short throw projector might be nice. Yeah, it could pricey, but
that
it
should
worth
happen.
it.
That's something that should happen. You're right.
Yeah.
You're very right, bro.
But look at me trying to kill Palace
Right,
business.
I just remember I have one.
A short throw projector, money people.
Oh, this ain't the box.
Anyway, people, this has been another true brick talk. You heard from the rich, you hear from me, and I'll tell everybody thank you for joining us. Check out the bond market. Check out My Money JA. Check out Grow if you wanted to grow. We're doing Grow on Sunday. I think I had a little tech hiccup. So if you pay for Grow, we're doing a Grow on Sunday this month, and I think it's also a small thing because I haven't advertised or anything. So it's a nice small group. So if you ever want a nice personalized experience, this is your chance. everynickel.com/grow, and you'll get your invites between tonight and tomorrow. And yeah, link that if you don't want to learn, you just want him to tell you what to do. Link Shay if you want to know how your mind work through this thing properly. And the Grow if you want to understand it, and do all three if you want to be like, you know, the new Warren Buffett or Warrenisha Buffett, whatever. Yeah. If you want to make money, right? And yeah, it's been our Brick Talk. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will talk to you again next week. Night, everybody.
Night.
Good night, people. Enjoy the weekend.